How's it going, everybody? We're back with another exciting episode of the ZaKa Podcast, and today we're going to talk about E3. But that's not the only thing. I'm also joined by all our previous guests. Actually, I got the Fury with me once again.
What's up, Rage?
Rage. And then I got Mr. Genry Perez, aka Henry, from the last episode, as well as.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I thought you were done. Yeah, what's going on, guys?
And Lee, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
And, of course, I'm joined, as always, with my co-host, Hito Sure. How's it going, my man?
Oh, man, dude. Just sick as a dog at the moment, but other than that, I'm fine.
Awesome. But, well, kind of as awesome as it can be, right?
Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm excited for E3, so let's get started.
Right on. So where you guys want to start? You guys want to start talking about the games?
Yeah, let's actually, you know what? I don't know if everyone else agrees, but besides Microsoft with that whole atrocious system, if I could talk today, they had some cool exclusives on there if you guys want to talk about that first.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yo, so like it's that game freaking Titanfall. It looked like a mix of like Tribes and Steel Battalion. I hope that game does well.
That's
really good. I'm really excited for how that game looks, honestly. I mean, one of the biggest problems that I had with a lot of mech games where you can just walk around as infantry is I feel like the infantry is just completely, unutilized in actual gameplay. You're just walking around being like a sitting duck, essentially, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, in this game, it looks like if you work as a team, you actually, it's pretty viable. You have a lot of mobility moving around in the city structures and everything, which you can actually use to your advantage, running away from the larger mechs and everything. While at the same time, if you team up on the larger mechs, you can actually take them down realistically.
Yeah, it's not like the mechs are completely overpowered or, anything like that, like a lot of games that make vehicles. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. It seems like they each have their own gameplay niche, either playing as infantry or playing as a mech.
I think it'll be a good game. It looks interesting. I mean, it had like this Killzone vibe to it. But at the same time, it was pulling off some sort of Crisis/Battlefield gameplay mechanics.
With parkour.
Yeah, a little bit of parkour. With jetpacks, which is always awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, seriously, when you said Tribes, that's like pretty much the first thing I got, man. I got Tribe vibes immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know. That definitely excites me to see that jetpacks kind of haven't gone out of style in FPSs, because those jetpacks are fucking awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, simply put. So, I don't know, like, that looks pretty promising. I know it's a free-to-play game, but...
Is it? It's a free-to-play game?
Yeah, it's free-to-play.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's not even going to have, like, a retail disc?
No, not at all. It's just going to be one of them free-to-play ones.
Oh, that's cool of them. Yeah.
Do you know if they're going to have things like customizable characters, mechs, etc.?
I don't know. Like, they really haven't said much about it,
Yeah.
They should, though. Like, if they want to make not only just like a nice like shooter, if they could you can customize your own Titan, that'd be great. So they have like a little bit of armor core elements in there as well. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean that's
sick.
That would really be good for the free-to-play element too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like limiting how many actual mechs that you can make, so you have to charge for extra slots. I mean,
yeah.
I don't have a problem for that because, I play a lot of free MMOs, or not a lot, but I've played MMOs like that, and I feel like it works well. I feel like it's a good marketing strategy.
Yeah.
What about as far as free-to-play games go? I mean, well, now it's been confirmed that there's going to be a retail disc as well, but Killer Instinct, what do you guys think about that?
Mixed
reviews,
yeah.
Honestly, because I saw how Jago looked, and it's like Jago went all tribal with no shirt on.
Yeah, he looks stupid.
Saberwolf.
He's supposed to be a Buddhist, monk ninja.
Yeah.
He doesn't look passive at all. He looks like a dude ready to whoop some ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's a reboot because Cinder's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a reboot. I'm just saying.
Saberwolf looks like honestly looks like a Care Bear gone wrong because
he looks so blue and stupid. I hate it.
He was originally blue, but he wasn't that blue.
He wasn't that blue.
He's like Blurpleberry blue,
Wonka
blue.
Blue.
He looks soft instead of vicious.
Yeah. I want to hug him.
Yeah, he looks like something out of fucking like a Banjo-Kazooie game or Grabbed by the Ghoulies. I hate it.
Oh, who's a cute saber wolf? You are.
You know, that's another thing that was really jarring about it. Why the fuck are they promoting Jago so much? Isn't Fulgor the fucking main character of that
He
series?
was on the cover.
You know what it was? I think, honestly, it's to make up for the fact that the only way you can combo with Jago is in the original KI was that slow-ass overhead, so they have to make up for something.
I don't know, man. It reminded me too much of Street Fighter 4, and while I do enjoy my Street Fighter 4, I don't know, man. KI doesn't need to be that way. Like, I don't know, KI was really its own thing. And, you know, while the combo, like, the way it works seems relatively similar, I don't know, like, it's weird, man. It's like straddling this line of trying to be like other games and not be too KI.
I think what they're trying to do is because they see this trend of competitive tournament fighters and they want to get into that whole tournament aspect. So what they're doing is they're adding Street Fighter 4 like footsie gameplay, but they're adding like the old combo system from the original games. And when I saw the game being played, I'm like, okay, it kind of looks like Street Fighter 4. At least the walk speeds increase to have actual footsie game, which is pretty cool. And then when it gets into the combo system, it looks like Fatal Fury, not Fatal Fury, Bloody Roar. Like it just goes combos all over the place.
I mean, it's just one of the weirdest games I've seen, like, as far as their presentation goes, in my opinion, just because, like, I don't know. For one, you were mentioning the competitive scene. I don't know how they're going to make a competitive scene work with that system, dude. Like, I mean, just the system itself is a problem. So, so it's kind of hard to make the Xbox One the competitive, the system of choice for competitive fighting games.
That's right.
You know,
think about it.
Because you have to connect to online. But then again, I mean, like maybe at majors you'll have all the games in there, and then you can play Killer Instinct at the Starbucks across the street because that's internet.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're gonna host at this event? Better make sure it has good Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I know, just setting up like a competitive tournament for Killer Instinct is just going to be a son of a bitch for anybody who wants to do it. And then that's with assuming people are actually going to even play the game.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of problems, I feel like, for the competitive scene as far as like.
Boy, I sure hope the city's not trying to test the new power grid, rolling blackouts.
I mean, you know, because I mean, the sad part about that game is it does kind of look interesting, and I would like to try it out. But not only are you dealing with Xbox One's DRM, which would actually affect the competitive fighting game scene offline, but online as well. When you think about it, I mean, as far as the free-to-play model goes. I mean, how many people are actually going to be trying to invest money in a game that they just, I mean, you know what I'm saying, like that? If they're getting their ass whooped, they're not really going to probably spend money on it. And let alone
you saw with Jago, so that means you're most likely going to run into more Jagos.
Man, mirror matches all fucking day long.
Yeah, it's going to be that you're essentially going to want to play with other people that you know have the game, have the retail disc, rather than actually playing online, because online is just going to be terrible. Matchmaking is going to be garbage. At least 2 out of 3 people that you're going to be playing is going to be Jago.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing that's funny that you mentioned matchmaking. You know, I know a lot of people are like still gonna, you know, they're still gonna stick to their guns and go buy the Xbox One for whatever fucking reason. But I mean, if most people that even played 360 are considering, and a lot of them are dead set on migrating to the PS4, then the whole Xbox Live having more people to play things gonna be moot because like less people are gonna be on the Xbox, dude. More people are gonna be on PS4. So you're probably going to have more competition.
Exactly.
That argument was kind of always mute for any game except for like Call of Duty and like Halo, though, because I mean it's always limited to how many people just play the game rather than how many people are actually on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just like it doesn't matter if there's like however many millions of people on Xbox Live if only 3,000 people play the damn game.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter.
Speaking about Halo 5.
Could be stolen for all you know. No. I mean, how would you know?
Speaking about Halo 5, I was watching that, like, you know, I was watching that trailer. I was like, okay, cool. Looks like mysterious, new IP possibly. Oh wow, it's a vast desert. This game looks futuristic, probably some sci-fi. I'm digging it. Holy shit, it's a big robot. Look at those sound effects. It's nice. Oh wow, he lets it. Yeah, he's like, oh wow, he lets out that sound wave. Oh, it's Master Chief. What the fuck are you wearing a cloak?
New alien race, the Jihads.
Hey, hold on, I'm about to put some fanboys on fucking blast right now. Look here, Halo fanboys, make up your fucking mind right now, right here. Are you down with Bungie, or are you just down with Halo? Because honestly, most people that actually like Bungie, we've already migrated over to fucking Destiny.
Yeah, play fucking Destiny. That game looks like the shit.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. I'm not huge. I mean, not huge on FPS games, but that actually looked really interesting.
Yeah, and it has a bunch of elements that you would like out of Halo. I mean, you can tell they take a lot of things like the drop ships. You know, the vehicle physics and stuff kind of looks similar to Ghost and everything. But I mean, the gameplay overall definitely looks like it's way more robust. You know, there's a lot more to do. It's a fucking open world game. I mean, come on. I don't see any reason why you would want to play Halo over Destiny. Unless if you're just, off Halo's dick, which I don't understand why, because it's just a terrible storyline.
Man. Lee, the lore is so cool, though, man. Like,
oh yeah, it's so deep, dude. It goes far back.
Spaceships.
Yeah. Cortana, man, she's so awesome, and I want to
blue
put
and
my
she
dick
got
in her blue
boobies.
Boobies.
My brother was really big on like the story and everything. Then he played Halo 4, and now he doesn't give a shit about any of it. He really hated that game.
What it took up until Halo 4?
Yeah, I know that. He doesn't play a whole lot of shit, but he was good at it. He'd play it, and the next thing you know, he was into the story. But Halo 4, he's like, I don't care about that fucking series anymore.
Exactly.
That's all right, man. When the new TV show drops in, as soon as we get the licensing, he'll be running back to us.
No, there's a new Halo coming out on fucking Windows 8, and it's gonna have the storyline, dude. Like, don't you want to play it?
God,
Windows 8 tablet.
God.
Halo, like, I mean, there is nothing wrong with the series at first, but honestly, it got way blown up more than I personally thought it was a big deal. And honestly, like, each game, I've noticed this is how Halo fans work. They play each fucking game, get disappointed past every game since 3.
Yeah.
And
Anniversary? What was that? What was that? Anniversary, man. You can just play with your dick. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just throwing out stuff.
I mean, even then, 3 disappointed me. Like, I like Halo's gameplay in terms of multiplayer, but, like, Halo 3 disappointed me the most out of all of them, because, like, I've only played up to ODST. I haven't played 4 yet. It's because, like, it's so slow-paced. 3 is very slow, and there's so many weapons that when I'm playing multiplayer, I don't know what's good and what's not good, and like, it's like, oh, wow, I got this gun. What does it shoot? Use condom wrappers. Spartan laser, bra. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. Fuck you.
I don't know. I mean, like, as far as Halo 3 is concerned, I feel like there was cool stuff that they added. There was stuff that was disappointing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a terrible game, though. But, I mean, fuck it. There's no reason to talk about that game. It's old as hell.
Yeah.
No, I'm
It's
just saying, like, I haven't liked it since 3. And then 2 I enjoyed. It's just the multiplayer with that whole rocket launcher, like, energy sword glitch, that ruined it for me. So, essentially, I only enjoyed the first game thoroughly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, so far, I guess the general consensus that we have is, why the fuck are you not playing interested in Destiny, and why is anybody in this world interested in Halo 5?
Yeah.
But whatever.
4 was a flop anyway.
What other games did they announce? Sunset Overdrive looked pretty cool.
Sunset Overdrive looks really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd really like to see gameplay before I get, like, super hyped about it.
Me too.
I love the art. I love the style of it, though.
Yeah.
The art style reminds me of Team Fortress.
Yeah. It's kind of like Ratchet and Clank and Overstrike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. What's up?
I said, what is it about? I don't even know. Really.
Well,
Orange soda.
Me and Genry earlier, we were talking about how we feel like this game is Insomniac's way of saying this is the game of Fuse that we actually wanted to make.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
EA basically fucked that game into the ground.
Oh,
like,
God.
I don't know.
I really like it because it has that zombie element, but it's just done so it's completely over the top. You know, just like when he uses that like Coke bottle launcher or whatever, and it has that Dragon Ball Z explosion. I'm just like, all right, I can get into this. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's funny. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like, don't take us seriously.
Yeah, it's just like there's nothing that you want to do. The vinyl launcher or whatever is just like, that's funny. Like, it looks interesting. I want to play it.
Well, granted, too, though, I also feel like this game's probably going to be way better, probably, just because Insomniac's actually talented, but, you know, like, this game looks a lot more interesting, but I'm also worried about the fact that there's another game called Dying Light that looks basically takes the same exact premise, open world, motherfucking parkour zombie game, And the fun part is, like, that one's actually, like, more of a realistic look, and it's actually done by the Dead Island people, so God forbid that Crosshair actually works.
Yeah.
For Dead Island.
Thing is, I don't even understand what that one's about, though. It's like, I saw it, it's just like, the guy that they were following or whatever the entire time, he gets, like, hit, I assume, killed at the end and stuff, and I'm just like, so who is the protagonist in this game? Why? I don't get what you're supposed to be doing. I didn't really get if you can craft weapons or not, or if, like, everybody has, like, their set weapons and stuff, because he has that, like, random electronic electrified wrench that just came out of nowhere. At first I thought he had, like, lightning powers or something.
Yeah.
I had to, like, look back and get it.
From Infamous.
Yeah, I was like, Left 4 Dead Island 2, The Resistance Follow Man.
Just kind of felt out of place to me, and just, I don't know. The trailer didn't really tell me anything that I wanted to really see about the game. I was just like, well, okay, zombies.
Well, to be fair enough, both games didn't show us really shit about what they're about, but, like, the art aesthetic of Sunset Overdrive looked much more appealing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can see where they're going, at least, with, like, their art style and how, like, they represent the characters and shit,
Yeah. So, I mean, we can... Speaking of fucking zombie games, that Dead Rising 3, son, what y'all think?
Oh my god.
Fab.
Yeah, that's zombie game done right.
When I saw exclusive Xbox One, I got so upset.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be. I mean,
hopefully not, yeah.
I mean,
that's all I really want. Just a zombie game that's open world, dude. And just to do whatever you want. I mean, it's all anybody could really ask for.
Yeah.
But Capcom couldn't have done it without Microsoft.
Yeah, Capcom.
Apparently.
Bullshit. But I don't know. It's just like, we've seen actual open world zombie games so far, and I just don't know what it is about it. It's like somewhere in between all of it, something's not right. Like Dead Rising 1 had the concept. I've had fun with it. I finished it, but I wasn't into the story, and there was so much fetch quests.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the problem a lot of times with just an open world zombie game. It's like nobody seems to innovate outside of the single player missions. You know what I'm saying? Like the actual main story missions. Like side missions are always like these fetch quests or rescue mission or something fucking arbitrary that you just do over and over and over through the whole game. And I just hope like Sunset Overdrive at least doesn't fall into that. Neither does Dead Rising. Because they have some obvious improvements to Dead Rising 3. I'm sure you guys noticed, like, without having to use the workbench, you can actually craft weapons.
On the spot.
Yeah, that was really cool. I love the enemy density. Like, I thought that was fucking insane.
Yeah, that's awesome. How many zombies are just on screen all the time?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Man.
What did you guys think about, like, the smartphone applications of, like, these games so far?
I think that's lame as fuck.
Yeah.
In all honesty. Care.
Why do I need a phone for games?
It's just like, it's like, so if you have a smartphone, you can call airstrikes. Like, that doesn't make any sense. A shred of sense.
I mean, like, the only thing smartphones should be used for is to play Angry Birds or something. Like, just no, stop.
Well, I mean, I don't have any problem with smartphone integration if it was tasteful.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's not tasteful.
I feel like that's something that should, like, I don't know, it feels like that's something only certain people will have advantage of.
Yep.
If it's really for shit like that. It's something that you should be able to, like, for matchmaking, like, have, like, no, like, smartphone, whatever use. I'm sure you'll find plenty of people that are fine with that.
How they could have integrated the smartphone in that game is like, when you get like meet into other survivors and stuff like that, and you get their phone number, if you have like an iPhone or like an S3 or whatever phone's compatible with the Xbox One or whatever, you can link it to your system while it's playing the game, and the contact list from your game comes up onto your phone, and you can use your phone to call those people in game or something. That'd be actually kind of cool. Not airstrikes.
Dude, you were thinking about innovation here. Slow down, fucking cowboy. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
It's not very smart if I can't go to Buffalo Wild Wings with it.
Sorry, guys. I was being innovative. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like, or if you could use it to, like, somehow enhance story elements and stuff, things that, little side notes that would be good as, like, an Easter egg element.
Yeah, definitely.
If you had a smartphone. But I don't want it to be like I'm at a disadvantage if I don't have a smartphone.
Or what if you could, like, get cool stuff, like, have, like, somebody call in a plane for you that drops, like, a care package, and within the care package there's, like, a bunch of little knickknacks that you can use to make your own weapons or something.
Like Gerber baby food or some shit.
You know what I'm saying? Or like
little fun things.
Supplies or something. Something like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff you can still find in game, but if somebody brings it into your game, like, it's awesome, you know? I don't know, it's small, but
it's like it's a whole Street Pass feature with certain 3DS games, you know?
Oh, that would be badass if you could get an app where you could actually, as you walk by people with this app on, you would get their contact, and then, you know, you could fucking communicate with each other through the game. That's what makes
Street Pass so cool.
Yo, Capcom, take notes.
Yeah, we're giving you good ideas. You should be paying us, bitch.
Yeah, take notes. You got to use your smartphone to call an airstrike. That way your character on screen can use his smartphone to call an airstrike. Faggots.
Yo, speaking about open world, Witcher 3, son. Like, wow.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Oh, but luckily that's a multi-platform game. Sorry, we got to stick to the exclusives because Microsoft. Come on now, we know that we're about to tear ass into them here in a minute. So,
okay, fine, exclusives.
But Witcher 3 does look good, but we'll get to that.
Crimson Dragon.
Crimson Dragon, yeah.
Crimson Dragon.
Man, I am so fucking jealous, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but I love Panzer Dragoon. I fucking love dragons. And you're telling me that gorgeous game is only going to be on that, and let alone if you bought the system, you won't actually own that game.
Yeah,
like
that's one of the games where it's like I'm pretty sure that one's probably not going to leave the console either.
It's
yeah.
But I mean, it looks amazing though. Like, I mean, I haven't seen too many good rail shooters this gen. Like, I mean, I like Dead Space Extraction, but it's kind of mediocre.
That show's so boring.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're pretty much done with it before you even finish the game.
Yeah, none of the Wii rail shooters were really worth anything.
I like the Resident Evil Chronicles games. I thought those are good.
Well,
I don't know, dude. I wasn't a really
big problem with that one. The shaky cam, dude. The scenario was better. The overall game was better, but dude, the shaky cam gave me a fucking literal headache. Like,
I gotcha.
But I mean, I could see the appeal in it. Like, the best one I played personally was like House of the Dead Overkill.
Yeah,
that show was so good.
Yeah, like
I did like those games, but I mean, was Overkill not on arcade?
No, it was only for Wii, and then they ported it to PS3.
Yeah, oh, okay. So then, that one was good then. I thought it was just like an arcade. I'm not playing House of Dead 3.
No, wait. Best rail shooter of this generation. Saying it now. Sin and Punishment.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed fully.
Sorry, I retract my statement about the Wii rail shooters. I was like, had my...
Shit, the Wii's the only one with like rail shooters.
I didn't say shit because you were like, oh, no good Wii rail shooters. I'm like, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut until you realize the Sin and Punishment's on the Wii.
Look, it doesn't matter because Time Crisis 2 beats any rail shooter any year. So, in other words, Time Crisis 2 is the best rail shooter every year.
I wish they'd announced another one already.
It's up there for me, dude. I have a soft spot for some TC2, man.
Yeah.
I wish they'd announced a fifth
E3.
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, back on topic, guys. More exclusives.
What else was on Xbox One?
Well, before I get back to the bad exclusives, the ones I think are terrible, let's finish with the good ones like Project Spark, because that game looks like a lot of fun.
It does.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Fun. It has a lot of potential, also potential for failure.
Well, yeah, like we were saying earlier, like, I mean, a lot of it has to do with, it's a game that's dictated by the people playing it. Mm-hmm. So, like you were saying, Lee, earlier, if a community doesn't support that game, the game's basically going to just suck shit.
Yeah, and I mean, like, let's be honest, like, the Xbox One having a really solid online community is really, really iffy right now. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
It's hard to say at this point in time, but I mean, yeah, it does have potential. It looks interesting, and I'd like it to do well. You know?
At least it's free to play, so it'll give people more incentive to actually give it a shot. Yeah. Because if it came at a price, I guarantee you nobody will buy that.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty bad.
A lot of these games are like free to play on Xbox One. That's pretty crazy.
Hey,
PS4 has some stuff coming out for it too. I mean, like it has that new shooter, Blacklight, which isn't new. It was on Steam before, but I mean that game, fucking the new Tekken.
Tekken Revolution just came out this past Tuesday.
Yeah. There's something else that came, or maybe, I don't know.
Well, what else on Xbox One?
Rise, the Rome guy.
Oh, Rise. Son of generic gameplay.
Yeah, so we're on the bad games now.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's left. That's the only thing that's left at this point.
Well, actually,
so many people in my store.
Can we end on at least one good note that I would like to at least throw out there for them?
Go ahead.
Good job, Microsoft. Most of your you actually avoided using the Kinect as a fucking gimmick for most of your exclusive games. Congratulations. I mean that. I sincerely do mean that. Like, that's impressive that like 4 of the 15 fucking games weren't Kinect games.
Yeah.
You're giving them a gold star for not fucking up. That's the world we live in.
I'm actually want to make an announcement for Microsoft too. I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for actually, because honestly, some of these games really impressed me. Because I was like, wow. Because not only do they look fun to play, they don't have that hyper realism to them either. So like, it's like they're trying to get these brain dead bro gamers to like open their minds and play something like with some substance or some like class or character. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Yeah, I guess it's good until next week when they announce like some sort of Kinect gimmick saying, "Oh, Rise, son of Rome. Well, guess what? Use your shield. You got to use the Kinect to throw javelins."
I mean, Rise does have some kind of smart glass / Kinect gimmick with it.
I mean, because it just seemed like that, because it had the whole little command thing where it's like, hold the shields or throw javelins or something. I was like, I see a Kinect feature somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that's why the gameplay is so simple, though, just because instead of actually pressing buttons, it's going to be hand motions, so you're not going to be able to do things in rapid succession.
Speaking about that Kinect, maybe in a week they'll announce a CSI game where if you're sleeping and you say stuff, the Kinect records you, and then like in the game and shit.
You too. They did mention that Rise is actually running at double speed in the conference.
Yeah.
That game actually runs at like not even that fast. That slow fucking game is running at double speed, dude.
Are you serious?
I shit you not. They actually fucking said that.
Yeah, they said it in a developer interview for like Spike TV or whatever, not at the actual conference.
Wow. All right.
God, that's
that game's so failed, dude. Like I'm like, God, this game is God of War for grandma.
It's like, cause it just looks so slow and dry to begin with.
Yeah, it's so, like, so many people in my store are pre-ordering it, and I'm like, oh, let me check out the trailer. And I'm like, this doesn't look that great. Why are people so excited?
Because they're dumb.
Yeah, it looks kind of...
I overestimate the consumers.
I can't believe people are still into, like, gladiator-themed type things, you know what I mean? It's not...
Who cares?
It gets people pumped, man. I mean, like, shirtless dudes with freaking plated armor on, killing other shirtless dudes with plated armor.
Back. Russell Crowe's amazing.
Yo, dude, real talk. Rygar. That was...
Oh my god.
As fuck. Like,
Dude.
that was an underappreciated game, too. God of War, like, I mean, I think it's okay for what it is, but Rygar fucking took it to another level. But that's just the thing for another podcast, man.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Games that did not impress me at all.
Yeah.
Quantum Break.
Yeah, Quantum Break.
Who cares?
Like, it's some generic...
So.
It was some generic dude with a generic face and a generic attitude with generic shoes on going, hey, I'm gonna walk through this generic explosion while it's generically paused and say this generic bitch, and then there's a generic explosion. Here's Quantum Break, the generic game, and then that was it.
Well, see, you're forgetting. That's the pure irony of the game. See, because if your internet ever goes down, that's what the game actually looks like. It just pauses. It's just frozen in fucking time, dude. Fuck that game, dude. Like, I mean, I don't even care if they show any gameplay footage, because at this point, I'm just like, this is your, like, answer to fucking Heavy Rain, it looks like. Like, I really cannot picture a game like that, like, the idea that they're trying to do actually being more than, like, a fucking movie,
Quick
you know?
time event?
Quantum Break.
No, I'm saying quick time events?
Yeah, like, quick time events, like, kind of... I could see, like, Heavy Rain type, like, investigative type elements in it, like, where you just, like, context sensitive, look at shit, and then whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Context sensitive. It is sensitive.
Yeah.
Press X to look at the desk, but I didn't even go near the desk. Just do it.
Like, Alan Wake wasn't very impressive either, so I just don't really care much for what Remedy puts out.
Yeah.
Oh, Remedy's making it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the first Max Payne. That was good.
Yeah.
that was
The only thing that was fucking good.
Wow. Damn. Shots fired, bro. Anyway, other games that didn't impress me. Minecraft, the Xbox One edition, looks exactly the same as the ones on the PC and 360.
Probably still worse than the PC version at that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, simply for the fact that people are actually paying to play a free fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, kids are going nuts. I sell at least 2 every single day.
Yeah.
Wait, Minecraft's free now? What happened?
Minecraft's a fucking hipster game, dude. Like, I'm sorry, it attracts hipsters.
Hey, no, I mean, it's a fun
Not a hipster game. You can't call 5-year-olds hipsters. They can't even spell the word hipster.
Yeah, no,
They're
I mean,
5.
like, there's a lot of potential in the game, but it's less of a game and more of, like, a creative toy.
It's basically...
Yeah, it's like Lego blocks, and I can understand the appeal of it, but also at the same time, like, the cult following behind it is ridiculous. Like,
but like hate on the fandom, not the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen some creative stuff come out of that game, man. Like giant gumball machines and more giant gumball machines, and like
Pokemon mod. The Minecraft Pokemon mod is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that is true.
I've seen mods where the game looks realistic, like realistic engine with it, and I'm like, this looks crazy, but it doesn't look like Minecraft. Fuck, go back.
Yeah, it's
Revert.
true.
I would mention Forza 5, but no one gives a fuck about that game, so I guess we'll move on from that.
Man, I'm gonna just say this much now. I didn't give a fuck except if I could actually have the car that they brought up. You know, they were like, oh, look at the Forza car. We have it in real life. Okay, that's cool. Does it come with the Xbox? No? Fuck it then. Don't care.
Yeah, I saw that game being played. I was like, oh, these games have graphics just like Gran Turismo 5, and that game came out 4 years ago.
Please tell me that Forza 5 is only $60 and that car's a pre-order bonus.
maybe the tires are a pre-order bonus, and you have to buy the car later on.
Oh, DLC. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Games, honestly, like this game looked interesting, but like it was just a guy falling into a seat down 4, and it was just like blah 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 blah. blah, this guy made it, and that was the end of the trailer.
Are you
and I was
talking
like,
about Scanner Darkly?
Yeah, I can't believe I just called it down. Did you hear me? I called it down 4, like down 4 for a Mortal Kombat input. Wow. Fuck myself.
Playing a little bit too much MK, dude.
Trying to get back into it. It's coming out for PC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mods. That's all I got.
Oh, good. Nude mods and Melina. I can't wait.
No, actually, custom balance patches if they allow it. Like.
Oh yeah.
And
wait, but those aren't tournament legal, and you're such a competitive guy.
We actually, if we make like the best patch on PC, we might make it tournament legal. Because like when we play UMK3 and like Killer Instinct at majors as side things, they use it on PC. Yeah. So who knows?
Oh, let's talk about Xbox One again.
Exactly.
Well, is there anything else to talk about it?
I don't fucking know.
What's your 3?
Aside from like indie games and shit, I don't think there is.
I mean, well, I guess we could talk. Well, you guys want to go ahead and start doing a halftime and start talking about a little bit of multi-platform games before we go into Sony's conference?
Hell yeah!
Sure.
Let's start with Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not big on Metal Gear, but when I saw a trailer, I got chills. Like,
the
gameplay was really well. It looks intense. The voice acting was great. Even like the song itself, I liked it a lot.
Everything about that trailer made me want to play the game.
It was a perfect trailer. How they showed like the new feature, and then they fast forwarded to the next one. That was so perfect.
Yeah, so you could see that there's no cut, but it is all open world. But it really is. Yeah, I don't know, and like just how dramatic everything was. I mean, like the shading for the stealth movement and everything was great too. Just
hiding behind a backlight, that was fucking genius.
Yeah,
there's an extended trailer too.
Like, the Red Band trailer. Did you guys see that, the Red Band trailer?
No.
It was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, check it out. They released it yesterday, I think.
Yeah, Y'all go ahead.
No, I mean it's just the first. It just shows 3 minutes more of the beginning, and then the rest is pretty much what you saw at E3.
Yeah, but still got some cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with MGS4, and it's funny because it's kind of going to tie in with the next game I want to talk about. With MGS4 or 5 at least, I'm sorry. I don't know, man. Like, isn't it ironic how like MGS is slowly becoming more of an actual stealth series? You know, originally it wasn't too stealthy, honestly.
Yeah, take that, Razor Fist.
Yeah, cheap shot. But you know, and here's another cheap shot since you already started the ball. Motherfucker.
Gonna take second base.
Fucking Thief. I love fucking Thief. You cannot tell me Thief even remotely looks as good as fucking MGS4 or 5, dude.
No.
Like,
No, it really doesn't.
I'm just like, dude, Thief 4, it looks like a fucking joke, in my opinion. Like, I mean, I know me and Hito here had a little bit of an altercation about it earlier, but let me explain. With Thief, you used there's a huge element of sound that played into the game. You listen to the NPCs and stuff to kind of find out the whereabouts about the city, kind of get a feel for the world too. In this game, I felt like it was pretty much Dishonored 2, like with fucking Hitman and Batman Arkham Asylum's like instinct mode, focus mode, whatever the fuck they call it. Like, I couldn't stomach it, dude. I couldn't even watch the whole footage because I was just like, this is absurd. Like, this does not look like a Thief game.
I mean, I sat down, I had an open mind, and I was watching them play it, and I was like, okay, so first person. One thing I didn't kind of like about it, like, was just something just I can get used to it though, is like how he's wearing the hood and the mask, so, like, everything around his eyesight is like kind of like fuzzy black darkness that you can still see through, and it just kind of bothers me. But, like, I know it's not going to bother me for too long once I get used to it. But, like, how everything, like, when he has no weapons out, his hands are just there, like, he's ready to just, like, grab someone. I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool, you know? Like, it just moved around. It moved like Thief. He snuck around like Thief. You had the meter to show that you were hiding in darkness or in your, like, being exposed. I mean, there was a lot of interactables. Like, he walked into a dog cage, the dog started barking, and the enemy AIs heard it from like 15 feet away, and they ran over to see what the hell it was. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. The guy runs up a wall to hide. You know, like, it had those stealth elements, but like when they showed off the focus mode, I noticed that it was mainly used just to spot objects that are interactables, which you don't have to use because you can just search it yourself if you really want to, like, actually play like that. And when it comes to pickpocketing, you can pickpocket faster in focus mode, apparently. That and since you could see footstep, like, noise patterns through objects. That's about it. But I still don't like.
That's fucking stupid, though, dude. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's like something that shouldn't be in a stealth game.
I agree.
Because it's all about observation.
But like, it's not like you have to use it like it's mandatory. It's an optional thing, and it's not like how Hitman Absolution was, where, like, you know, in the harder difficulties, if they took it out, you know, they basically killed the game. I feel like they learned their lesson from that, and like from the people complaining about it and stuff, and they're making it an optional thing to use rather than just saying, hey, here's focus mode, you have to use it. Now, it's still in development, so when it comes out and you're forced to use it, then I can bitch and then spread my legs and all the blood flies out everywhere, whatever.
Yeah.
So when the demo comes out, you know, we'll have to judge it from there.
But the rope arrow is back. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man, because on top of that, too, they did change the lore, like, the lore of it a little bit, I've noticed.
It's a reboot. It's not like a sequel or anything. They already stated that it's a complete new start, a reboot, like everything else now, like Halo Reign Snake and stuff like that, and it's just Garrett's first game again.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I just don't, I'm not feeling like it. I mean, I feel like the new design's cool, and I like the new art aesthetic for the game, but I'm not feeling too much on, like, the gameplay right now, but like I said, I'll keep up with the game and see more, but as of right now, fucking highly disappointed. Yeah. GS5 looks like the way to go as far as stealth games go now.
I'm gonna keep up with it, because, like, like, when I saw it, I kind of liked what I was watching, except for, you know, like I said, the thing that annoyed me was how, the you know, random text would just pop up on objectives. It just kept throwing it in my face. It's just like, okay,
all games do that these days.
But it shouldn't be like that, though. Like,
I mean, no. Especially for a stealth game, though. Like, it really should not. I mean, because Abomination, Abortion had that. Man. And, and what was it? Like, I didn't mind the whole little, the meter down there where, I didn't really think you needed the meter for where it showed if you were hidden or not. Because the little aura that it had around you, to show that you were in darkness, I could indicate from that, because I played, I think it was Tenchu Shadow.
Oh, so that's what it was? I thought it was that's just the HUD or something like that.
No, because when I played, like, Tenchu Shadow Assassins, I think it was on the Wii, it had that. Like, it would do that sometimes, like, in certain areas when it got dark, it would just kind of, like, have this black aura around it to show that you were completely surrounded.
Oh, I got you. But the thing is, though, in the older Thief games, they had a meter. It was the silhouette of your body, and it would show if you were, like, in, like, darkness or not.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the thing. Like, they're trying to change it up to where it's more like immersive, so they have less shit cluttering up a HUD.
Yeah, well, the thing is still there, though. Like, the meter for the stealth thing is still there. If nothing appears there, you're fine. But if a white circle appears, you're exposed. But I guess they're integrating that with the cloudiness too, which is weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, shit on fans for having certain things. I mean, if they had it before, because I've never really played the Thief series, myself. But, you know, it's just like, I'm not gonna condescend on fans for wanting something taken out or not. I mean, if it's there, leave it there. But I will, however, like, I will again poke at Razor Fist, because look, man, I'm sorry your game is not gonna pan out as well as you thought, but do not tell me now MGS is not a stealth game. Because I told you before, nobody ever said MGS was a stealth game. And you wanted to point out that Hideo Kojima said it was a stealth game. Like, look here. I'm going to pull a brand. I'm going to pull a look here. Why the fuck would you believe that, man? He lies about everything. No more games. Oh, we got a sequel.
Let alone, like, I mean, doesn't it say a caption under the fucking series called Tactical Espionage Action?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't even want to get into it. I mean, at least MGS3 was the closest thing to Metal Gear having an actual stealth game up until that point, but I don't know. I digress on that, but
what's going to happen now is, though, since we just mentioned Razor Fist, he's going to watch this podcast, and I guarantee you he's probably going to find a way. He's going to just watch it somehow. He's going to write a thesis statement about U2 with big-ass words, and he's going to make comparisons to, like, really cheesy 80s movies and stuff like that, because apparently it's the only thing he listens to is, like, hair metal from the 80s or some shit. I don't know, whatever.
Dude, let him try to start some shit.
Fuck it. I don't know, man. Like, as far as the other, Destiny, dude. Dude, that looked hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
We were talking about Destiny earlier, and I don't know, like, this looks like...
amazing.
It looks different from Borderlands, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's not quite Borderlands. There's elements of it, but honestly, it's its own beast. Like, I feel like if you really want to play the real version of that game, you need to play the next-gen versions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no way that there's going to be a serious comparison between the two.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it being an open-world environment, you're going to have shit missing. You're going to have shit missing.
I mean, at first when I heard about it, I was like, whatever, cool, it's coming out. Bungie's doing something else. But then once I finally saw gameplay for it at E3, I was like, I want this. I want it.
I love the drop in, drop out. Like, it's really cool.
I was the same way because I wasn't really keeping up with it, and apparently they announced character classes, which I was unaware of. And when I saw the gameplay, I was like, "Oh shit, they got classes now!" Like I didn't even know about that.
Like a mage class and a fucking warrior class.
Quite classes though. Like they're not really classes; those are just skins. Where the character differences start coming out is actually the way you spec your characters.
There's
that's so cool though.
I mean, it still seems like everybody's gonna have their roles. You're gonna have the mage character that's probably gonna be AOE. You're gonna have your tech character that has a variety of different kinds of abilities and stuff, and then you're gonna have probably your brute mercenary character, and then everybody's gonna form the party, and that's how it's gonna play. And I don't have any problem with that. It looks awesome. I'm super excited about it.
They're not classes. They're suits.
Just suits. What you wear would be cool if you can actually, if they make it so you can actively change your class, quote unquote class, so you're not just stuck with one person. But
I mean, even if you could just have the ability to respec, then I think it should be fine. But I did like the fact that they had like the public and private areas. I guess you could the public areas where like basically it's a persistent world. Like you will see a bunch of other players running around, and then they'll do like they showed off the demo or whatnot, and we saw everybody just fight and like the Fallen or whatever when they came down from the dropship. I was like, this looks fucking crazy. Like two different squads of people that were just traveling with each other, just like met up in the same area to take out this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks really exciting, so I think that's something to look forward to. The Evil Within.
Oh yeah.
Talked about this in our first episode of the podcast regarding survival horror. Man, they finally showed gameplay, and god damn, dude, I love the cinematic view for this game, dude. Like, they made it to where you can't even see like the ground or your feet, so like it's not quite widescreen, but it's just. They give you just enough to just give this effect.
They maintain the like horizontal ratio, but like the vertical ratio, they just shortened it a little bit, so a little bit of the bottom is missing.
It adds to the suspense because it's like you can only see what you are doing. You can't really see what anybody else is doing. That's what you got to figure out.
Yep.
So it's just like,
and I feel like that's like that kind of gameplay too. It kind of encourages to some extent, like actually looking around your environment a lot, looking at things you don't want to fucking look at.
Yeah. And in survival horror, what you can't see is such an important element. It's just like I don't know. And plus,
it's the idea.
No, absolutely. That's always a big part.
Yep.
And I mean, not only that, but it seems that they have stealth elements in that as well, which I'm super excited for.
Yeah.
It just.
Well,
I don't know. It looks like a great game so far.
Yeah, like I love that, that it does have stealth elements, like you said, because it's really nice to be able to see developers try other ways in which you will have to conserve ammo or give you other options to conserve ammo other than running away all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, hiding is actually a viable option now, because come on, let's be honest, you cannot hide from Nemesis. You had to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like that's going to be interesting change of pace, and I don't know, like, I'm really looking forward to the death scenes in this game. I know I'm a sick bastard, but dude, like, the way he fucking got murked in that hallway by that chainsaw guy, like, I mean, he just, like, drilled into this dude, lifted him up while his blade's still spinning, and just chucks his candy ass down the hall. Like, that was so sick.
And even though the scenery has a lot of gore, there's blood and everything around, it doesn't have. I feel like it's still tasteful. I think it's good for the atmosphere. It doesn't have that feel of gore porn. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, and this guy got blown apart and everything. You know, it's just
like a Western horror film.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of like stuff sitting around, stuff on people's costumes, rather than people just blowing up all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not Hostile Part 2.
Right. Right.
Now, I mean, that is definitely going to be a game we should keep our eye out on if we're into survival horror, just because, like, they haven't even showed off, like, how traps work in that game, and they said that's going to be something very unique to that game and
There are
crucial
traps
to the
in the
game.
game?
Yeah, you actually
you can
set
play
traps.
Wow. I'm totally pumped for this game now. I love me some survival horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you got into the survival you got into Silent Hill through Tokyo and shit. So
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, what's really interesting about, like, that game in general, too, is, like, it's really interesting what they're trying. Like, if you've been keeping up with that genre, you can definitely see a lot of unique things in it that's never been done in another game. And whoever's typing, you got to stop right now.
Sorry.
Typing so loud. It's all good, dude. It was so loud.
My bad.
It's all good. But yeah, like, it's just really interesting to see them try out new things. Like, like I said, the trap thing, being able to block off enemies. Like, I've always wanted to barricade myself away from enemies or barricade an area so, like, enemies can't come through. You're going to be able to do that in this game now, so that's a great thing.
Yeah, I bet it adds more to the tension, too, because it's like, you probably won't even be able to see what's outside your barrier.
Or it'll backfire on you.
Yeah,
you could accidentally block yourself into an area, and then all of a sudden you're swamped with enemies.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. Evil Within next year.
Yeah.
can't wait.
Wait, what else is multi-platform?
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
Yeah, Witcher 3.
It looks pretty cool. I didn't really get into 2 that much, but I mean, it looks really nice.
I play the other ones for real, but I mean, the trailer had me interested in it.
Wasn't 2 more of a, like, I'm killing more humans, no more monsters type of thing? Because I never got a chance to play 2.
Not really per se. I mean, basically, think of Witcher 2 as what Dragon Age 2 should have fucking been, and there you go.
Alright.
And then with Witcher 3, it's like a whole new thing. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's fucking open world now. So, I mean, that's going to change up a huge dynamic of it. I feel like the storytelling is probably still going to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not really concerned about that. I'm not, like, too hopeful for the game or anything. Not in a negative way. It's just, I'm not worried about this game fucking being bad, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those type of things.
I've always been interested. It's just like I've never ever played the Witcher series, but have been interested because it's been on 360 exclusive, and nobody I know has really heard of it or would even bother to try it because they figure it's going to be like
I have the first one on PC.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's just most of the people I know kind of figure it'd be like an Elder Scrolls title, and a lot of people I know just don't really care for those kind of games.
That's Scrim, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Skyrim. Well, I mean, speaking of Elder Scrolls Online is also is a multiplat coming up.
Yeah.
You know what? That
Xbox
game
One.
impressed me because I didn't think it would look as good, and I realized that Bethesda wasn't making this game. They're just publishing the game.
Yeah.
Another company's developing the game, which actually made me happy because we all know Bethesda. If you can't balance the single player mode, you can't do online at all.
Yeah.
Multiplayer, yeah.
But I mean, it looks fucking amazing. Aside from the trailer that I've seen, I've watched a lot of beta gameplay because it's been out on the PC, and I mean, honestly, it looks really good. The entirety of Cyrodiil is where the PvP environment is. There's like 3 different areas, like Daggerfall, and I can't remember where else.
Yeah,
but
the lore that the game takes place is always like an interesting time too, man. Like
where everybody's warring over trying to become the Emperor of Cyrodiil or whatever, and it's just like it has force like capture the flag type things where you have to protect a fort if you capture it, and then if you do destroy that fort, you have to go through like different walls and everything, and then once you capture it, you have to allocate your resources in order to build up those walls again. So there's like a resource management type thing, and then also it's like I think at least on the PC version, there's like 2,000 people on the same server at once. So you can just have like massive armies running into places and just like these crazy battles going on. It really does feel like you're in a war like that. And I don't know, it just seems really cool. A lot of cool things going on with it. A great environment and everything. So I mean, nothing that I can hate on that game so far, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since we're on the topic of talking about dragons and shit, Dark Souls 2's finally got a release date.
I was just fixing to say that.
March
2014.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I thought the trailer was funny because all you see is him just like swiping people with the sword.
Yeah, he's swiping people.
All he did. Oh, horizontal slash, Dark Souls 2. I like Dark Souls though. I'm excited.
Love it.
Yeah, that Mirror Guardian looked pretty crazy.
Yeah. Cool.
But I don't know. There's
a lot of the environment's fucking beautiful too.
Yeah, I mean it's a definite improvement from the first one. I think. I mean the first one had good environments, and then I looked at this one, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah, even better.
That song though in the trailer, that rock song, why did it remind me of Warrior Within so much with the rock and roll soundtrack? I was like,
talking about when ZaKa appeared and they played Godsmack at the time.
Yeah. ZaKa.
I hate shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the tone of Dark Souls 2, that like the marketing at least for it is so shitty. Like you can tell they're trying to placate to the fucking bro-ass Mountain Dew Dorito chugging motherfuckers.
That's
like,
the point, though. They're known for trolling, so they're gonna buy the game thinking it's a Skyrim clone. They're gonna get stabbed in the face and give up.
That is actually great. It's like trick these motherfuckers into buying Dark Souls, so like Dark Souls 3 or whatever the fuck they make next will be like 10 times better because they have a bigger budget.
It's kind of like what Kojima did with MGS2, how he only showed gameplay footage of Snake, and then when people bought the game, it was like, oh, hi, I'm Raiden. Everyone was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. And, what else? Wait, what else?
Well,
Brutal
I don't
Legend.
say it, but ask Creed backflap.
I was just going to bring that up, too. One thing I noticed when Assassin's Creed 4 was playing, how besides the fact that it looked a little more solid than the 3 did, I noticed how when he was playing it on the system or whatever, how the game kept like bugging up and
kept freezing
and kept skipping, and he just had this big smile on his face, and he just looked up and just walked away. And that's what happens when you release a shitty game yearly. It's not fine-tuned.
Yeah, dude, that was embarrassing.
It was very embarrassing, and like
no, it was not embarrassing. It was a fucking wake up call for anybody that at least fucking have eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that keep buying that shit every year and getting mad every fucking year on launch day. Oh man, I can't believe they released a broken product. Well, motherfucker, if you bought 3 broken games in a row on launch, what makes you think they're going to make another fucking broken game on launch?
Yeah. It's so funny. I started, working at GameStop, and I see, like, I was around when Revelations came out, and next thing I know, we're getting 1 million copies traded in, and I was like, I wonder if 3 is going to be the same way. It is. We're overflowing with them. Because people keep fucking buying them, and then they trade them in when they realize they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've said it once before, and say it again. You can't spell Assassin's Creed without twice the ass.
Yep.
Yeah. Like at the place I work at, there's a
It's a yearly title. It's no better than Madden and NBA fucking 2K.
Or Call of Duty or Madden.
Madden again. That's how many they release. That's how many of them. Now, you know what? Assassin's Creed takes it a whole new level because now they're releasing 2 games a year around the same fucking time because they're making a Vita version now too.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Another one.
And it's funny, just to like throw this out here real quick. I just realized that EA stopped making baseball titles a long time ago because I was at the store the other day and I saw I was at like Goodwill just browsing around and I saw MLB Triple Play 04, and I was like, by EA? What the fuck?
Yeah.
EA realized once the show came out, they lost.
Yeah, 2K didn't realize that yet.
Yeah, no, the show just shits on everything.
It really does.
I mean,
well,
if anything, No, I'm saying like, if anything, when it comes to sports games, it's just how to make them fun. Like Midway had with Blitz.
Yeah.
What was that other one?
NBA Jam.
I think it was Sluggers or something like that.
Yeah, Slugfest.
Slugfest, and then there was
NBA Jam.
Yeah, NBA Jam, and then there was Red Card, which was a soccer game by Midway.
Yeah, they know how to make good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The arcade ones are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then EA had their own arcade things like NFL Street and NBA Street and FIFA Street. But like NFL Street was a lot of fun because the tackling was just like when you tackled someone, your TV shook. It was like, "Bwah!" And you did wall runs and shit. That was crazy. But
they stopped making those.
More multi-titles. How do you guys feel about Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15 being on the Xbox One?
I don't really.
It's whatever.
It matters.
Yeah.
I think anybody who's going to play those games is going to have a PS4. So
I mean, as far as multiplats go, man, and this is just pretty much what we should just establish for the rest of the fucking episode. Any multiplat is completely fucking moot. As far as I'm concerned, they are exclusives as well on PS4 because, like, there's no DRM restrictions and all this other bullshit you have to deal with. So as far as I'm concerned, yes, the PS4 version's automatically better by default. So yeah. Like,
it's probably going to be prioritized to PS4, like games like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, with those games, I don't really care because it's like I never was really that big into Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, well, 15 to me looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I like 15 because it's not turn-based bullshit, and I'm like, just like Theatrhythm, Final Fantasy's cool when it's not turn-based.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've already had plenty of turn-based ones to play. I want something new out of my Final Fantasy experience, so I'm with you in it. I like the fact that it's real-time. One thing I hope I hope to God they don't take their word on it. They said this game's going to have open-world environments. The combat looks amazing, and the game itself looks great. But it better have the open world that they promised, dude.
Yeah, if it doesn't, then that's what's going to kill it.
Yeah, it looks super fucking linear from what I saw outside the combat, but the combat looks very, I mean, I've never seen anything like that in a video game.
Yeah, I really did. Where he throws out his magic sword and then sticks to any surface. Like, that looks fucking awesome to me. I'm just like, you know, I really want to do that. And then you have all these environments that are constantly moving, so you actually rotate while you're, you know, jumping from one area to another. It looks really... I'm really excited to play that game, honestly. And, I mean, this is kind of irrelevant, but, I mean, I give Square props for, like, making a gay protagonist just because there's not really anybody else doing something like that. I mean, it's progressive.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
That's what they said anyways a while back. Noctis is supposed to be gay.
Oh, that's whatever, but that's...
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I think it's progressive anyways.
No, absolutely.
That's pretty fucking interesting, actually.
It is.
I mean, you know, that's another thing. Square Enix, like, out of nowhere, they just fucking start doing shit right. I mean, look here. I'm gonna say, this isn't bad. Actually, I wanted to mention that it's kind of shitty for the Wii U, because that's another exclusive they kind of lost, but Deus Ex Human Revolution, the Wii U enhanced port is coming over to the other systems as well. So they're doing some stuff right, at least. Like, I feel like they're just trying to get their games out there that they know are good and being received well.
Getting their shit together.
Yeah, man. I mean, people been, like, Kingdom Hearts 3. I feel like now's a better time than ever for motherfuckers to actually start screaming for their Final Fantasy fucking 7 remake for, like, the 28 millionth time.
I was just fixing to say that. I was like, full story, bro, but I'm still waiting on the remake of Final Fantasy, so... move your ass on that way.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, they're coming out with 10 and 10 too, so maybe like 7's around the corner. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows, man? Maybe it's just like secretly in wedevelopment, like 15 was, and we're not gonna find out till maybe next E3 or Tokyo Game Show. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
But only reason I brought it up is because, you know, the internet, as immature as the internet it can be, they're like, well, it should be all the PS4 affairs on the Xbox One. I personally don't care.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, your dumb voice was...
Yeah, I'm imitating dumb people on the internet.
Yeah, it was like, I truly didn't know what the fuck you were.
Basically, people on the internet are complaining why Kingdom Hearts 3 should stay on the PS4 because the first two were on the PS2, and that's their legitimate argument. But it's just like, you know what? What if people want to play it on the Xbox and they want to get into the series? I mean, like, let them play it.
Yeah, I don't really think it's a big deal.
Yeah, what if, like, Dead Rising stayed on Xbox 360, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not a matter of not wanting to share games, but I'm also all for making sure the correct vision of the game comes out. That's more of my priority than anything.
I mean, if anything, it should be optimized for the PS4s. Like, it should work best on the PS4. Xbox One is secondary.
Now there's no excuse because both systems have Blu-ray, so they have to learn how to code for Blu-ray now. Yeah. There's no excuses anymore. No more porting over to PS3 and not fixing the problems and being shitty. Cough, cough, Bayonetta, Platinum Games, cough, cough. Like,
they learned their lesson after that one.
That's the thing. Speaking of not multi-plats, though, I'm sorry, you just mentioned Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2 trailer looked fucking incredible. And
that was fucking badass. And I was just like, damn.
Like,
it was pretty neat.
So good, and I was sitting there, dude. Between that and Killer is Dead, DMC, rotten fucking hell. Ninja Theory, rotten fucking ninth circle of hell.
Dude, come on, man. Bayonetta 2, you gotta follow Kamiya. He's the one who made the original DMC.
Yeah. Oh my god, like, I mean, dude, that's what I'm so glad other people are with me on this when I say that you have got to follow the dudes that made the legendary games, not the company.
Of course.
You have to follow Shinji Mikami and Hideki Kamiya, and I mean, hell, if Miyamoto quits Nintendo and still keeps making games, I will follow him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And oh my god, dude, like, God, we've been talking about multi-plats for so long, and I mean,
let's move on to the PS4 then.
You want to just jump? I mean, we're talking about Bayonetta. You want to just jump on the Wii U?
Wait, one quick second. I don't know how you guys felt about this, but did you guys watch the Metal Gear Solid 5 footage and trailer? Mm-hmm. Then you watch. This is something I couldn't help but notice. Then you watch Watch Dogs. I am so not impressed by that game anymore. I was actually really impressed at first. Now it's like. It's just Assassin's Creed 3 in a modern setting.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched that trailer yet.
It looks boring. It's really boring.
But it's so I was like, this isn't how you do stealth. I'm seeing it now. It's boring. It is boring, like Ito said.
The thing is, it's weird because they're showing off like these gameplay footages and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, there's things that are really getting me excited about it, but also at the same time I'm sketched out like you guys. Well, I'm more sketched out more than anything because I don't know what to expect out of this game. Am I gonna expect a repetitive game with basically a more detailed version of GTA with less shit to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But more detailed, or I don't know what to expect out of it, dude. So I don't know, man. Watch Dogs is one of those games I don't mind getting on a price drop because, like, I'll say this: if the game's gonna be good at all, it's probably gonna be only the first game because the second game's probably shit.
We didn't discuss GTA 5, or I guess it just doesn't matter because GTA 5 is its own thing.
GTA 5's like the only AAA title I kind of care about, so I'm looking forward to it.
But they literally showed no gameplay.
Like, the thing is, though, whatever
at E3,
whatever's known about GTA 5, we've known before at E3, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not really important to talk about it.
I haven't seen gameplay. That's my problem. I haven't seen what this game looks like being played.
Yeah.
That's important.
Oh, there's plenty of gameplay out there.
What, of GTA 5?
Yeah, they've shown some stuff.
Yeah,
they played on my fucking TV all day.
Are you talking about like the actual like the TV adverts with like the character trailer and stuff?
I mean, the character shows also have gameplay within there as well as cinematics.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't gone to full 15-minute demo yet. Not that.
See, that's what I'm talking about because they're talking about character switching and all this stuff. I ain't even see any of that stuff yet.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
That's why I was saying I guess it doesn't matter because GTA 5 is on its own merit, really.
Like, I mean, they know the game's gonna fucking sell if they don't even show a single lick of gameplay footage. Like.
All they had to do was show a title that said GTA 5, and niggas would have been pre-ordering it automatically.
They were.
It's true.
Yeah.
They were.
Yo, straight up, before I go back to Watch Dogs, with GTA 5, when they said GTA 5 and that picture for the system bundle came up, I was like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew there was going to be a system bundle. I knew it. I saw it a mile away.
Yeah.
But going back to Watch Dogs real quick, the only fun aspect I see of that game is trolling cops really badly because you could cause a ruckus and then just driving down the street and you can be like, I'm gonna hack these little
lockers.
Lol.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk away now.
That looks cool.
I will say this: there are two games that I feel like we still haven't mentioned as far as multiplats go that do need to get thrown out there real quick. Saints Row 4. I know Lee likes that.
Yeah, Saints Row 4 looks really good and all.
I like it. It looks retarded, but awesome.
I mean, that's what's awesome. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You play as a superhero that also happens to be the president of the United States that gets his powers from aliens. I don't know. It sounds like a cool.
I like the previous games a lot, so I'm looking forward to it.
You know something?
It looks like a cool superhero game too. Like the ability that you get, it looks fun.
You know what's something about Saints Row, man? Like how it's always over the top. It reminds me so much of State of Emergency. Like how like arcadey those
so
games
much
were.
Better.
I know it's so much better, but dude, State of Emergency, man, like you kill an old lady, it's like this old lady had freaking arthritis, 500 points, like
yeah, I remember that game. That game did some pretty gnarly stuff.
I'm just excited for Saints Row. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm excited for it. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Dude, we have to throw this out there since it's our fucking podcast is named after this guy's shit. Killer is motherfucking dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Motherfucking dead, people.
That game looks so good. I'm sorry.
Did they announce a release date or no?
Yes, it's August 26th or something like
that.
That game makes me not even care about Ninja Gaiden Zaiba or whatever, even though that game looks alright. Like, Killer is dead.
I forgot. That is actually a multi-platform. That's early next year. Yeah, I mean, I'll check that out solely because, the Mega Man creator fucking made it, and it's Ninja Gaiden. I like Ninja Gaiden. I like Mega Man, so, I'll check it out. But, no, Killer is
literally
dead.
everything about Killer is Dead looks superior to me, though.
Yep.
It's like, if I'm going to play an action game, I'm going to play Killer is Dead. Like,
That game looks amazing.
Down.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the combat system looks so visceral, dude. Like, I mean, it looks ridiculous.
It does, dude. It's just like the high-paced combat, and I don't even know what's going on some of the time, so I'm just excited to find out.
It looks so fucking good.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that shit.
When I was
that after image thing going on, and then like the slowdown and everything, I don't know.
Bro, watching the combat with the after image, it reminded me of Shinobi, but during combat, how high-paced it was, and how you'll be clashing half the time or whatever. It kind of reminded me of Bujingai. Have you guys ever played that game? How it was all clashing? Yeah, it was like, oh shit.
It's so fast paced though. It's just like you can dash from like so far away, and then as his Mega Buster or whatever his arm is, it's just like so brutal.
I will say this. I think I am not happy at all with you, Grasshopper. And I hope this is going to be different from the U.S. release. You announced a fucking download, a DLC piece for pre-order that's actually another boss.
Wait,
like,
what?
A whole new fucking level, like this vampire boss type dude. He's actually like a DLC pre-order dude.
It's kind of fucked up.
Wow, really?
I'm not happy about that. Like, I mean, I don't know, but hopefully it might be different for the U.S. release because it's coming out in Japan first and whatnot. So hopefully it's different, but I'm not pleased with that decision. That is stupid. Like, your bosses are where it's at, Sota. Make it happen.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about that one game, Murdered Soul Suspect?
I haven't really. Oh, I'm sorry.
What is that?
It's like a forensic mystery game by Square Enix. It's a new IP, and it's multiplat, and it actually looks pretty interesting. At least, like, you actually are dead. Think of like Ghost Trick, but like you can actually like walk through walls and stuff.
Oh wow.
Like, you actually like possess people, or like you'll manipulate objects in the environment, and basically you're trying to find out who killed you. That's the main story of it. I don't know. It looks interesting though. They haven't shown too much, but they actually did show gameplay of it, and it looked interesting. More interesting than Watch Dogs, I'll say that.
Yeah.
What game is it?
It's called Murdered Soul Suspect. But
I'm just looking that up.
Yeah, I'm just typing it.
It's funny. I'm looking at a chart here, like everything they showed at E3. You know what actually has the most exclusives?
What's that?
Wii U.
Yeah,
that's unsurprising.
Yeah, no, I guess I didn't take account of all the fucking first-party titles.
Well, since we mentioned Bayonetta, and now we're mentioning the exclusives on the Wii U, how about we just go into Nintendo?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I mean,
about how Nintendo done killed it.
Yeah,
dude, come on, that Smash Bros.
Oh
trailer?
yeah, listen, Tokyo has to scream right now, so just scream about Mega Man. I want to hear it. I want to hear this hype.
Dude, Mega Man, dude. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking teared up a little bit when I fucking saw that shit. Like,
yeah, when they played like the remastered Mega Man 2 theme, that shit was awesome.
Oh dude. Yeah, dude, that was like, no, go ahead.
I mean, my eyes bled from seeing that fucking Street Fighter Cross Mega Man and the boots with the fur fucking Mega Man that
Space
go
Ghost
for
Mega
one
Man.
or whatever. You know, fucking Gaga
Over.
Boots Mega Man.
Gaga Boots Mega Man. Wow.
I mean, I'm just so happy to fucking see, like, I mean, this is not a bastardization. It's a nice, like, little touch on the old school design. Like, for one, it's Mega Man finally in HD. Two, it was amazing seeing, like, his mannerisms and, like, even, like, the way he stands and stuff was so old school. It's exactly like it I remember it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really excited about the new Smash Brothers because Mega Man's going to be in it. But, I mean, because one of my wishes came true, which is Mega Man, I'm hoping Travis Touchdown ends up in the new Smash as well.
If only.
Yes.
I don't think they're gonna add more than 3 characters.
I
So.
do not know about that, man. I mean, like, I read an article from, like, you know, like, somewhere on, like, long time ago when Brawl was released, Suda51 claimed that, you know, it'd be really cool if I can get Travis Touchdown in a Smash game. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
And he wants it to happen, so it may be a secret
never know.
character. But you know what else you may never know? Since Mega Man was originally on the Nintendo, we might see Belmont on Super Smash Bros. As well. That'd be great.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd be so
Simon,
excited.
all about that Simon.
Throwing
great.
holy water and crosses and shit.
Either Simon or
Yeah.
Trevor, man. Most likely Simon.
Yeah.
And it'd be great if he was in his He-Man costume, not the one from Chronicles, so you could be like, look at my chest.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
The one
Oh,
from
yeah, of
Super
course.
Castlevania 4.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, dude, Nintendo fucking killed it. I mean, I am beyond fucking hyped for Smash Brothers. But, dude, the new Super Mario 3D World looks
Shit
amazing.
looks so much
Yeah.
fun.
Dude,
Oh,
I love
man.
that new suit. I love that new cat suit. That's so cool.
Dude, it's so adorable, dude.
You know what? Actually, you guys can try it if you find a Best Buy that's participating in the Wii U event thing.
Yeah, there's.
The
I'm
closest one
waiting
to
to
us is like it's like in this place called Outer Loop. That's the closest one that's gonna be having those games.
Yeah. It started today actually, and
Did
it's
it?
going on until the 15th. I think you get like just for playing some of the games. I think you get like this like Luigi golden coin. I've been seeing it online.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
free swag. Yeah.
So that means I have to go tomorrow if I want to do it. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow by mine. And what else? But no, one thing back to Smash Brothers. I love that they showed at first the 3DS because at first I'm like, oh, they look like that. That's okay, I guess. But then they go into the
and
Wii
they
U version. I'm
change
like,
over.
oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
Well, they
Yeah.
look.
But,
And
I mean,
I'm
that was
so
really
happy that
smart.
It looks essentially the same on the 3DS. You know what I mean? Like it looks really good.
Well, the
Yeah.
reason why is because the camera pans in and out, and they said they wanted to make it so it's easy to see on that smaller screen.
Yeah,
So,
saw
I mean,
that.
At least they didn't just do. I mean, they made a creative, artistic design choice that actually benefits the game in a very specific way.
Absolutely.
I think that just goes to show you Nintendo's really fucking ingenious and know what they're doing when it comes to their games.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sonic Lost World's an exclusive too, and that looked fucking hype to me.
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah,
really good.
it looks
I'm really
good.
actually. I want to
Um,
play that game.
I've never
Super
really been
Sonic
that
Galaxy.
excited for a Sonic game until now, because I mean, like, you just haven't seen any that good. I mean, Generations was good, you know,
Yeah.
and Colors was
Colors
good.
was good.
It looks-
Sonic been on a fucking roll, dude. So I'm really happy for that character, just because, like, I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, dude, like, they're actually on point with him now. They're getting him back. You know, they're getting him out of his funk.
Yeah, it looks really classic to me. They didn't have any of like, some storyline that I didn't really want to see in the trailer or anything, and they just were like, here's 6 bosses. And they all have like the nice art
They all
style.
look
that I
so
like.
cool.
Yeah.
Like they even look cool in that.
And at
Yeah.
least, and I know some Sonic fags are gonna probably fucking sit here and cry about the fact that
His shoes are too
yada,
red.
yada. Yeah, what?
His shoes are too red. He's too blue. Not the right blue
No,
color.
I'm
Oh,
talking
right.
that Robotnik, you're not fighting Robotnik the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Look here. These are the same motherfucking people that keep on hating on even like Generations and Colors. Look, if you can't get into those games, dude, fucking Sonic's done for you, okay?
Yeah.
Get over Sonic's
Exactly.
actually releasing good games now, but they're just not to your liking or feel just like the Genesis games or fucking Adventure 2 or whatever. So get over it, dude. Like,
I mean,
Sonic's
I'd love a game to feel like in some of the Genesis games, but I mean, I don't complain because it's like, all right, cool. I didn't even like Adventure 2. I
Yo,
like 1, 2, 3, and Adventure 1. After that, I was like, fuck Sonic. 'Cause
I'm gonna
he
put
just-
this out. I fucking hate Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I think those games are garbage.
I
That's
don't
for a
mind
whole nother
Adventure 1
thing.
as much, but 2, I mean, 2 basically is a shittier version of 1.
Yeah. I like the scenes. I like 2. I enjoy playing 2. It's boring to fucking watch, and it just takes forever. And I'm just like, and have to, because like, you know, you play Sonic, awesome levels. You play Shadow, awesome levels. I don't want to fucking play as some furry bitch with tits that looks like Morgan. I don't want to fucking play as Tails. Like,
oh, the Knuckles and Rouge and the Tails and Robotnik scenarios, fucking trash.
Like, honestly, I don't fucking care about you guys. I mean, Knuckles I like, but his missions were just like, oh, keep jumping
Flying
every
through
single rock, fly through shit. Oh, I found a gem.
No,
Fuck that.
here's the thing. They fucked that up on Sonic Adventure 2 because they made it actually to where you had to collect each crystal in order, whereas the first one, you could fly around and look for the crystals already. You know, they were already out there, but, like, your radar would go off regardless, even if it's not that one's turn to be collected.
Yeah.
In 2, you had to collect them all in sequence. It was fucking stupid, dude. They took something that worked and just broke it.
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Before we get off track more on
Back
Sonic,
to
though, like
next gen stuff.
Yeah,
I was
Pikmin 3 maybe.
I was gonna go into something else because he mentioned whining bitches, and since he mentioned about whining bitches, I'm gonna bring up the new Zelda game,
Oh,
which one? The 3DS one?
the 3DS one,
Yeah.
because it looks great.
Really cool.
Yep,
Oh,
I think it looks
And
cool.
it's in the same world as A Link to the Past, which is interesting.
I like
all
the
this-
fact that you can turn into a cave drawing. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this stuff is the fact that this is the reason why I want to get a 3DS now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, dude, fuck this Vita bullshit.
I mean, yeah, that game looks really good to me, and it's especially if you can visit old places that were on the same map as A Link to the Past. I really feel like that's gonna bring a lot of nostalgia value for people that are just like, you know, they really wanted to see, you know, a new 3D remake of Link to the Past or something.
Exactly.
See, I'm fucking, but
That's
at the
just-
same time too, part of me is like, you know, you have to keep in mind, me being a Mega Man dude, I've had to deal with the nostalgia thing with fucking Mega Man 9 and 10, and I can only deal with so much of the same shit that I've seen in another game.
Here's
dude.
the thing,
yeah,
though, like Mega Man 9 and 10 were, hey, instead of making the graphics even better, let's go back to Mega Man 2 style and make it like Mega Man 2 and take out sliding and charge shots so it could be like Mega Man 2 so we can appeal to these Mega Man 2 fans rather than this Link to the Past game. The graphics are overhauled, like, you know, redone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Everything's
they're not taking
new.
anything out of the game.
Yeah, the game's new, and they're adding a new element of platforming, which is turning into a cave drawing and being able to explore parts of levels that you normally wouldn't be able to if you're not a cave drawing.
No, I mean,
which
I've
is
seen,
which is
like,
amazing
everything
because it's on a
freaking-
3DS.
Yeah.
You know, it's the 3D environment. You're gonna see yourself moving around the actual 3D object that you're, you know, trying to get around.
Oh
That's
no,
cool.
don't get me wrong. I've seen like the stuff for it, and I'm interested in it. I just hope that Nintendo's smart enough not to rely too much on nostalgia, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't think they will personally. I feel like it's just a really good idea. It's just like, well, in between waiting for a new console Zelda, because that's what most people wait for nowadays. I feel like they're not really, especially after seeing like Spirit Tracks and fucking what's the other one, Phantom Hourglass and
Phantom
stuff. People don't
Hourglass.
really care about handheld Zeldas that much anymore.
Mhm.
So I feel like this
That's
is a good
right.
way to get people back into it.
Yep.
What about like what do you guys think about like the new Yoshi's New Island on 3DS?
Oh, wait, which one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
that
all
looks
about
cool.
it.
That's
Mhm.
supposed to come out later this year as well.
It looked cool so far.
Mhm.
I know the new Mario, by the way, new Mario World comes out in fucking November, dude. That's crazy.
Well, yeah. It's coming out this year, which is awesome.
And then Wonderful 101 looks awesome.
Yeah.
101.
I'm teased as hell because I got to play a fucking stage.
Yeah,
I have to
dude.
wait for
I'm
the rest of
jealous.
it.
Oh man, you got to play it? Is it awesome?
Yeah, I got
Amazing?
to play at Comic-Con. I was the only person that beat the fucking demo instead of having time run out. Oh my god, it was so good. It's like if Pikmin meets Beautiful Joe. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Now,
Dude, Pikmin 3 also
oh
looks
my
fucking
god,
amazing.
dude!
Yeah.
Like Pikmin was never big about graphics, but the graphics in Pikmin 3 are sick.
And then
Oh my
they
God.
have you have so many Pikmin on screen at once, dude. Like so many more than you used to be able to. It looked like
Yeah.
to me. I was just like, oh man, this looks amazing to me.
I'm definitely interested to see where they take the touchpad with it, because I feel like it could get pretty rowdy if you could use that.
Yeah, you can actually like allocate your Pikmin to different
Yeah.
areas, two different areas.
Exactly.
Or pluck them by tapping the screen.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah, like from a distance.
Hmm.
Once again, Nintendo, you're on a fucking roll. Dude, if you bring Advance Wars to the Wii U, we will suck your dick. We will suck your dick.
Or a new Metroid. Just saying.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, a new Metroid's not coming anytime soon because apparently there's a new Donkey Kong Country Returns coming out.
Yeah.
It looks hype as fuck. But this is the thing. When they did
I love when he's talking about the graphics. He's like, look at the fur on him. That was dying.
It's insane.
Yeah. Speaking of Metroid, though, like no one can. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Retro Studios in pertinence to Metroid though. They actually had a choice between making a new Donkey Kong Country game or a new Metroid game. They chose to go with a new Donkey Kong game because they felt personally that they had a lot of unfinished business from the Wii version. So I was like, fair enough. You guys are like actually trying to make a better game. Even better than what you made last time. So I respect that.
I don't mind that because like they made so many Metroid Prime games, so it's just like just focus on Donkey Kong for now because you just made one game. I mean, I love Donkey Kong Country Returns. My only gripe with it is just how I can only use the Rhino. There was no more animal pals. You had to buy the parrot basically. I was like,
My biggest gripe was shoehorned Wii controls. That was bullshit. But the 3DS version fixed that. Thank God.
I'm sorry, but dude, I am so with you on that because, dude, fucking making a crucial function like rolling by shaking the fucking controller
fuck that.
Is so bad, dude. Like, I'm sorry. You know how often that I use that technique to roll off edge, like mid-jump thing?
Jump off, yes,
dude,
of course.
I'm sorry. It's so unintuitive on Donkey Kong Country Returns, dude.
It really is.
It kills me so often.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want Retro Studios to boycott because you heard about that happened once. The Media Molecule, they made Little Big Planet. They were boycotting threatening to leave the company unless they worked on something that wasn't Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
They eventually get sick of it,
Yeah.
I mean, it's understandable. It's just like you can't. If you got other ideas, but they keep throwing you back just to make something over and over again.
It reminds me of Kojima, because it's like, ooh, every time I make a game is Metal Gear Solid. I want to make another Snatcher game. Metal Gear Solid, damn it, okay.
Yeah. Oh, if you made another Snatcher?
No, if you made another Snatcher, man, ooh.
Well, he actually did a Snatcher collab with Sota. Actually, it's a radio show, but you wouldn't be able to understand unless you know Japanese.
Oh, okay.
It's called Stature or something like that. It's spelled like Suda, but it's like Stature.
Cool.
Yeah. But I'm saying even then though, Kojima kind of brought it on himself because he always wants to fucking dick around with all the fans and shit. Dude, we want Snake to be as cool as possible in this game. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna make this game and it's got Snake in it, but he's gonna be old. Like nobody fucking wanted that.
Or what about?
I thought it looked cool.
Me
what
too.
About it's more has to do with like one of the enders that frustrates me. It's like, dude, you announced one you teased one for the 3DS, and now you're not even gonna make one, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely vaporware. I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like even Zo 3, he was straight up like, dude, it's happening, and it ain't fucking happened yet, did it?
Ever since then, nothing.
Now he's like, it's now on hiatus indefinitely. Man, fuck Kojima for a second. Let's get back to Nintendo. Mario and Luigi Dream Team and Mario Kart 8 looks fucking cool.
Yeah, they both look fucking awesome. I'm really excited for it. I'm actually surprisingly more excited for Mario Kart. Not like super excited for it, but I'm just like, it looks a lot better than the Wii version.
Yeah, because when it comes to Mario Kart, you just expect it to just do well and don't really care. But this one actually looks really good.
Balls, dude.
The thing is, like, when I see that anti-gravity shit, where they go upside down, I just think of F-Zero and I get upset.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, look at these,
dude.
like, the large loops and everything like that, where you're going sideways and you're, like, in hovercrafts.
It's just
Who the
F-Zero.
fuck is F-Zero, dude? We have not seen an F-Zero since GameCube.
Dude, all I'm
I know, dude.
I better stop talking about F-Zero before I make myself like that GIF file of that dude headbutting the keyboard until he's dead.
I'll just buy my own coffin and just lay in it for a bit.
Yeah, like, I mean, good God, man. Okay, let's end on a good note for Nintendo. X.
Oh my God, that shit looks amazing.
Mhm.
It's like Monster Hunter with mechs. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, Xenoblade? Yes.
Xenoblade, yeah.
I'm seeing Armored Core in it. I'm seeing Transformers. I'm seeing fucking Fantasy Star Online. My head's full of explosion.
Yeah, that's just on a completely different level. I'm just like, oh my God, I don't even know what to say about that. Japan is completely just fine with that game and like the other Final Fantasies and stuff and the RPGs going on.
And you're
Yeah.
telling me there's another Monster Hunter game already out on the Wii that already pretty much sold the fucking system over there? Dude, Nintendo's
Yeah.
killed it, alright? Like, Nintendo fucking...
Yeah.
Hold on, we needed to give Microsoft a fucking, a grade. Out of 10, what would you guys give their overall thing?
Well, Microsoft?
Yes.
Like they were like an 8.7.
Microsoft?
Connect out of 10.
They were like a 6.9.
What, that low? Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, they announced some games I wanted, but what dropped them so low is because of the fact that they're exclusive to their system.
Well, I mean, like, I'm just talking about the games.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Oh.
gonna say with
We're
overall
talking about
present.
content.
All right. Then if that's the case, I'd give it an 8. Because if you were just talking about overall presentation, I thought it was kind of like a 7 or an 8 until he said, "Yo, fuck people in submarines, buy a 360," and then now it went down to a 4. But now if we're just talking about
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
I'd say a solid 8, like maybe 7.58. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
I'm on
mean,
the same.
I mean,
7.5.
I'd probably give them about the same. I'd probably give them actually like an 8 if we're talking strictly the games. But overall, I give them a fucking 0, though, if we're going to factor everything in, just because
Yeah.
guess what? That shit's fucking useless in 10 years.
Yep.
Once you start supporting the system, it doesn't matter. That's not like that with my other system. So, like, it's basically a 0 to an 8. If
Yeah.
we're basing it just off games and content, yes, 8. If it's fucking the whole 9 shebang, fucking 0. I don't give a
There
fuck.
is no rating.
Now, as far as Nintendo, dude, I give them a fucking solid fucking, like, 10 out of 10.
9.5. Oh,
9.5,
10.
10,
10 out
yeah.
of 10, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they fucking killed it with the variety in games, and just, like, I mean, they actually show what these fucking games are gonna play like. Like,
Yeah.
most of their games that they showed off that were even new, you saw gameplay with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fucking trailer, just a trailer. They showed you a fucking gameplay. So,
Yeah.
I have to respect that. Not a lot of companies are doing that.
And both of their consoles are getting amazing releases too. It's not just like the Wii U, it's also the 3DS. It's just like it's on another level. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, just within these couple months.
You know
And
what's-
Nintendo's going out of their way and actually trying to get their games out for people that aren't at E3 like ourselves, like where, they got the events at Best Buy. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just got to respect the fact that they truly are watching after gamers in
Yeah.
some shape or form.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's all
want
they
people to
needed.
see it and they want people to play it. It's really cool.
That's all they had to do was just show off some of them. Show off some of them demos, and then people would just be running the store saying, "I want this shit."
Yeah, dude.
But we didn't even talk about Sony's.
Not
Oh,
yet.
we're about to get
Yeah,
into
we're getting on there.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because it sounded like you were wrapping it up. I'm like, wait a
No,
second.
no.
Oh, no, we're just, we're
Save
wrapping
best-
up the
we're-
Wii.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're wrapping up the Wii. And we're
Slash
unraveling
3DS.
Sony.
You know what I just noticed, man? Like last time we had Henry and Lee over here for the console last episode, basically, which was like weeks ago. We talked about how good Nintendo was, and now we're talking about how good Nintendo is again. So I
Yeah.
guarantee you, some people are gonna be like, "Oh, fanboys, you guys."
Well, tell
Yeah,
Nintendo
Xbox.
to stop being so fucking sick.
Yeah.
And tell Microsoft to fucking step their shit up.
Submarines.
I didn't
It's like
start
that.
supporting Nintendo till the
Lot of-
3DS came out. I
It's-
didn't start until the 3DS came out. Before that, my Wii is modded. Like I didn't give them shit for it. Then they started like really giving me a reason to like start supporting them. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, because
That's
at
it.
first I was like, dude, I don't even care about the Wii because there's nothing I want on it. I was like, when something comes out that I want, then I'll start worrying. Guess what? There's a shit ton of things coming out. So people trying to call us fanboys and bandwagoners, I got a suggestion for you. Shut the fuck up. That's all you need to do. Just shut the fuck up.
In
real
the end, there's
quick, dude,
something within all of them I like. It's just I don't know. Right now, I'm favoring Nintendo more.
It's fun factor, man. That's what games are supposed to be about. Fun, not fucking graphics. Fun.
Yeah.
Not all this extra drama in games where it's just like, oh yes, there's a cool story. I don't need any of that. I mean, it's cool, but I don't need it. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
want it to be fun. I don't need all this extra atmosphere. I love the atmosphere. I love it. That's great. I'll talk about that later in some of the PS4 games. But it's like you don't need that either. It just needs to be fun, and that's what Nintendo's doing.
Yeah.
You don't need it to be dark, adult, or any of that.
Well, they just had their audience clear cut. They knew who they were trying to gear towards, and they were just like, you know what? We're gonna make games for motherfuckers that we know will play these gamers. Let's
Yeah.
just do something interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it came down to. But we should go ahead and crack down on Sony.
Definitely.
Man, So I'll say this, man. Sony basically fucking won right off the bat just by saying basically the whole DRM thing. I just want to throw that out there. I don't want to dwell on it too much because it's about the games, but ultimately the DRM or the lack of DRM, the check-in, basically the model's going to stay the same as it always has been throughout the history of gaming.
Yeah.
They're not changing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sony said the right things, and that's what people were listening to. Like, it wasn't just to hear what we want to hear from Sony. It was what Sony wants to do.
Yeah.
And they knew that they were saying it too, though. I mean, they were putting it out there. They knew people needed to hear what they were that they weren't going to, have all these DRMs, that they weren't going to charge you for used games and stuff. And I like that. I mean, they weren't doing the whole just that bridge borderline thing that Xbox was doing. That was like, oh well, we have it. Oh no, we don't. Oh well, we might. Well, we kind of have it. It's actually like this other. It's just like Well,
I'm not trying to crack on Microsoft real quick, but dude, they didn't even talk about the DRM or used game shit at the fucking event about video games.
They're really
no, they kind of like already explained it though. Like they're not. You can play the used games. It's just that it's up to the. It's just up to the hey, wait, let me finish. It's up to the developers to make sure if you want to play their games used, and the PS3 and the PS4 is doing that as well. Sony's doing that as well. So you can play used games on both systems. It's just that, let's say, for example, EA, they released Madden 25 for the Xbox One and the PS4. If the game sucks, like it has been sucking since 2009, and they see a lot of copies traded in, they can just go at randomly, oh, now you can't play pre-owned. Sorry, you gotta pay a fee now. They can just do whatever the fuck they want.
I thought the fee was constant, like no matter what, you needed a fee on the Xbox to play used games because a game only got bound to one profile.
It's up to the developer.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
But I mean, seeing EA dropping online passes, maybe they won't even go as far to even do that.
It's really confusing on the Xbox One because they're saying you can play used games, but then sharing is technically playing a used game, and like you can only do it once if your friends, if that person's on your friends list for more than 30 days. But then you have to sign on to your account. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Dude, the thing is, it's so fucking convoluted in what they're saying. The thing is, Sony actually came out front and confronted those issues. Microsoft is still fucking over here dicking around, not saying anything. They're fucking just. They're hiding something. They are hiding something. And I'm tired of fucking people defending them like, dude, well, just give them some time. No, there is no fucking time now.
They should have been ready by E3. That's the whole argument with the whole, it's just a demo. Well, a demo is supposed to make me buy the product. E3 is supposed to sell me a fucking system. Are you serious?
No, absolutely. That is the biggest thing. Like, if people are really still underestimating how much E3 is important, look at the PS3. Because of that one bad presentation, PS3 is significantly, sales-wise, lower than Xbox 360, and that's because they had a bad presentation.
Exactly.
Or they did for years, anyways.
And look at fucking like what Henry just said. Since Xbox presentation was so bad and Sony shit on Xbox, Microsoft shares dropped $3 a piece because of it.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
And that's just whatever, man. Like, I mean, like I said, they shouldn't have. There's no reason, especially with all the free-to-play stuff, I don't understand, like, what their logic is, at least behind, like, having all these fees and workarounds and restrictions, and it's fucking ridiculous, dude. I just want to play a fucking video game, so moving the fuck onto the PS4. Like, I mean, granted, Sony's conference didn't, like, I'll be honest with you, I really did not care too much for the first-party content. Like, Infamous looked alright. It didn't look that much different than 2, to be honest with you.
Infamous looks cool.
It does look cool. I like it.
I mean, it looks alright.
I mean, like,
I know you're not the biggest fan of Infamous, so, like...
I mean, but I played all of them, though, up to this point. And my thing is, though, like, realistically speaking, all they did was just reskin the dude's lightning power to smoke and gave him a teleport ability.
Oh, but they got a flame whip. It looks so cool.
He's Ghost Rider with a beanie.
I saw, like...
I was thinking more like Castlevania, too.
But, I mean, even in the in that demonstration, you saw the same fucking animations, though, for it. So I'm just like... Okay, like, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm
sure
sure
there wasn't a lot of variety going on as far as, like, that was concerned.
Like, I don't know. I really feel like I feel like it's going to make people that like, I respect that the game has its own fans, so I'm happy for them. But, like, for a dude like me that's played the other two and I've already got my fix, I'm just kind of like, you're not really doing enough different,
Yeah.
So, that's kind of where I was sitting at with it. But I don't know. Like,
can I like talk about a game that I don't give a shit about right now?
What?
sure.
I think I'm the only person on the planet that does not give a shit about Beyond Two Souls. I don't give a fuck about that game.
I know.
yeah,
I don't care about that
I
game.
don't care about it.
I like it.
I don't get it. It's some
Willie?
some dumb high school bitch. Hey, I'm a dumb bitch. I have an imaginary friend because I'm fucking socially awkward. Now he's coming to harm.
Well,
thinking about
you know,
my-
one thing that makes it exciting is that Quantic, they made Indigo Prophecy, and that was big on like paranormal shit.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain was just detective murder mystery that doesn't really make sense in the end. So them going back to weird paranormal stuff. Plus, it looks like a huge inspiration. It looks like it's inspired from Carrie. I love that. I
Yeah,
think it looks
I see
really
what you're
interesting.
saying.
All right,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah,
thing
the
is,
thing
with
was
the
just that,
paranormal.
like,
oh,
It's
go ahead.
supposed to sell me with Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe. I mean, look, I like Willem Dafoe, and the few
Anything?
movies that you in now are that the few movies that you are in now,
Dark
Actors Guild.
Saints.
But you know, it's just like, dude, I just did not care in the slightest for this game because I felt like I've seen it before.
The
I
thing
think it looks cool.
With a
I'm
paranormal
excited for
thing,
it.
though, like with Indigo Prophecy, it wasn't too paranormal until the end, until you started flying in the sky and shit. That's super. You know what I'm talking about? I just,
No, I do.
yeah, like it was just like okay. And then Heavy Rain, I played. I was like, you know what? This is more like a murder mystery. This is cool. And the origami killer, you know, whatever. Like
That
I
end
enjoy.
just didn't make sense.
Well, I mean, dude, have y'all not ever played Nomad, the Omicron Soul?
No.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Omicron, the Nomad Soul, I'm sorry. You can buy the game for really cheap on goodoldgames.com, but it's a PC title. And literally, Beyond Two Souls is like a fucking dunce cap version of that game. That's why I have no interest in it. I'm like, literally, this is like the same fucking game, but it's just basically turned the entire game into a quick time event or cutscene. Kind of getting at.
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
Yeah.
What
You
else
know,
do they?
It's weird.
Yeah, what else?
Sony, Knack. I actually had interest in Knack because that's
I like
actually
the particle
yeah.
effects.
Yeah, I like the particle effects. I really like the art style.
Mhm.
Again, you know, that Pixar-esque look that's really popular all of a sudden.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I mean, it
I
looks
got-
interesting.
yeah,
I'll
it looks
play
interesting. I'm willing to play it. It's not like I'm gonna go buy it on day one or anything.
I was
Well,
kind of
I-
expecting another Ratchet and Clank title or something. I
I'm
was just kind
sure
of
they're
expecting
gonna-
that over there.
I'm sure they're gonna do it down the line.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing with Knack is too, like, it's also headed by the dude that did Crash Bandicoot, Mark Cerny, actually, who is also the architect for fucking the PS4.
Are you
Uh,
serious?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's
awesome. That is awesome.
and
Yeah.
you know, he fucking does an excellent job, man. And I don't know, the game looked interesting. Like, it kind of, from my perspective at least, it's more of what I wanted out of Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that game.
But that kind of like fills that void of what I kind of expected out of the game, but didn't get. And
Yeah.
I'm really excited about Knack. I hope it ends up being good. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, you know, whatever. But you know, I hope it's good.
Yeah, I would play it. What about The
Order 8.
Witness? We haven't really heard much about that.
Of what?
Which game?
The Witness?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, or that, or like even the Order.
1886.
The Order 1886.
That
Yeah,
is
Order
a
1886.
steampunk fantasy shooter. I was like, what?
It's sci-fi
I mean-
meets. It's like sci-fi meets Renaissance.
Yeah.
There
the
is
game
no
looks-
gameplay. There's no gameplay.
I know,
Like,
but I'm just
it
saying I
wasn't
like the concept.
Hey man, maybe that was in
I
game.
don't know. The game, the concept could go really bad. I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, things like that could go one way or the other. Really.
Yeah, there's nothing about that made me was like, oh, this is definitely good, but it also isn't
No.
definitely bad either.
I
It's just
think-
like it has a lot of potential for cheese, a lot of potential for like cliche elements. You know, I remember fucking what was that game? Dark Watch almost had like the same themes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
are right. I have that game.
It's
Yeah.
one of those games that like it's one of those games that kind of have that vibe of like Lair and like all those other games, just like these really faceless kind of games, like games that you might play and they might actually be decent games,
Quickly
but,
forgettable.
like, yeah, just
Yeah.
fucking just discard it, dude, like after you're done with it, if you
Like-
finish it.
It's like buying some gum and just chewing it the whole time, you know?
It's like it loses its flavor, and you keep chewing it, and you're just like, I don't know why I have this in my mouth
Yeah,
anymore.
you know, once you finish the package, you're done. You're like, no, I don't want to get this again. But
Yeah.
what game? What? Any other exclusives or what?
Rain.
Rain looks
The
really cool.
Witness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that game, honestly. Super atmospheric. They didn't really show much, honestly, but I was just like,
yeah,
no.
I mean, the gameplay looks cool. Like, it looks really pretty. But I'm just scared that it's just going to be a 3D Limbo, because I hate Limbo.
Really? You don't like Limbo?
I thought that game was awful. I feel sorry for anyone that. Hopefully you guys didn't. I feel sorry for anyone that actually spent $15 on that game.
I didn't buy
no,
it. I mean, I played it. I don't know, man. Like, it's not a game I hate, but it is kind of a pretentious game. It's one of those
super pretentious.
It's one of those hipster fucking games like Braid. Like, I mean, I respect Jonathan Blow, but I'm just not into this fucking, like, I don't know, like these kind of like just super artsy, like, it's not really like they're doing anything fucking new with this. Just they shoehorned a really cool gimmick into like a forgettable game.
I mean,
speaking of that, I'm sorry.
I was gonna mention something before, if you don't mind. Like, I mean, like, my opinion on Limbo, I played at a friend's house. I thought it was awesome. I like the fact, like, it's all black and white and you get murked and like it's like a really difficult platform. I thought that was cool. Would I pay $15 for it? No, not at all. But if we're gonna go on pretentious indie games, Journey has to be the biggest pretentious piece of shit I've ever played. Like,
I actually like Journey.
Never played.
I mean, it was fun, but it was.
I didn't find it fun. Like, people tell me, "Oh, this game's so much fun." I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, so I'm playing a giant traffic cone that glowing paper follows me around.
I wouldn't say it's so much fun. It's fun, has like a moderate fun value. Yeah, it was
like,
cool.
It's artsy. I appreciate the art style, but like it's just a bland platformer, and I don't see what the hype is. I don't see the hype
bullshit. We're gonna mention. Wait, pretentious bullshit. We're gonna talk about Fez if we're gonna fucking talk about.
No.
I was just like, Fez, dude. That game is fucking shit. I was
exactly. You know what? We don't have to talk about it. That's all there is to it. It's shit.
Okay, Transistor is.
It's the isometric game, right?
Yeah,
it's from the guy who made Bastion or whatever.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, I like the style a lot.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Didn't really see much.
It looked interesting.
Oh, Secret Poncho looks awesome too.
Yeah.
And what was that game? Do you guys remember?
Secret Poncho looks sick.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Smash TV. I'm pretty excited for that.
Yep.
Dude, oh my.
But what else? They showed that it kind of looked like a Metal Slug clone. Do you guys remember the name? of it?
I saw it, but I don't remember it.
I don't know what you guys just said.
It's made by a dude that did the Scott Pilgrim game.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot what the name of it was, but it was
I really want that
Army?
game.
Yeah, I know. It looks great.
I think it's gonna be one of those games that's actually gonna be one of the free ones if you're part of PSN Plus when PS4 comes out.
But I'm not getting it when it comes out. God damn it.
Yo, Mad World remake?
I mean, we didn't really see anything. It's just
a Mad World remake?
Not Mad World, sorry, Odd World. Why do I keep
my god, I was about to say.
Why do I get the two confused all the time? Odd World remake.
Yeah, that looks hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Wait, is Mad Max an exclusive?
I doubt it.
Showed that.
Yeah.
It was like Mad World. I was like, wait a minute, this is a sequel?
Oh, Mercenary Kings.
Oh, Anarchy Reigns.
Anarchy Reigns, I honestly think that game was misunderstood.
No,
I honestly thought it was one of the best games of this year.
That's an intermission game.
It wasn't a bad game. Like, I mean, for a budget game for $20 that you can get now, it's fun. It's just like, the only thing I don't like about it, you can't, like, when I first got it, Tokyo's like, you can't play like offline multiplayer. I was like, wait,
yeah,
what?
That sucks.
And I'm like, that's stupid. And he's just like, you also can't play the campaign with everybody, just a certain amount of characters. And I was just like, this is wow. I enjoyed playing it online though. It was fun as hell.
Hey, I mean, the thing is, once you
died
beat
now.
the game, you can play it with other characters. Like the characters that you've beaten, you can run through it again with any of the other characters.
Yeah, but still, I thought it was a great game, especially for the price.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good for $30, but I was disappointed about the whole no multiplayer offline.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit, honestly. Like,
because it's like it could work.
I didn't
you
buy
can
it.
Play up to 8 people, so it's like what?
Hey guys, quick thing. What about that Diablo 3, dude?
No one cares.
Yeah, being released.
No one cares. Dude, I mean, I don't care. Sorry.
I can't believe that they're trying to put it on something else.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're gonna talk about Diablo 3, how about we just talk about Borderlands 2 because that's a superior game.
I honestly still haven't gotten into it. I've had it since it came out, and I barely even played it. It's not bad. I just haven't.
No, I'm just mad at Diablo 3. I'm just really upset. Like, I mean, I'm not the biggest Diablo 2 fan in the world, but everything they changed to that game, I was like, you know what? Fuck you, Blizzard. I know the guys who made Diablo 2 left and made Torchlight, but at least you could have stuck with the same formula, not try to change the game to appeal to WoW people, World of Warcraft people, and just say, hey, you like the skill trees? Well, here's a tier list. Here's a
about-
tier magic system.
Yeah.
You like grinding for weapons? How about you just get them in an auction house?
Well, I mean, dude, that game was just designed to make money off of people.
Yeah.
For real, like, but-
yeah, it was designed to make money off of hype. That's all it was.
Here's an exclusive. I personally want to get. I mean, it wasn't talked about at E3 or anything, but it's a PS3 exclusive coming out in Japan only. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. They
yeah.
released a new trailer.
It's
gonna
not
be-
seeing an American release?
It probably won't. No.
Nope, it's not big over here. It won't make money.
No.
Either
Well, it's
way.
not even a matter of like, oh, it won't make money, but I mean, it's just like, look at like they won't even release it digitally. It's just because, dude, like if you look at fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on fucking PSN and Xbox Live right now, that game's not even selling well, you know? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people aren't even playing it, so.
Hey,
I mean,
well, that's why PS3 is region free.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yakuza 5.
Well, Yakuza 1 and 2 HD collection is coming out to Japan on the Wii U.
Yeah, it's coming out for Wii U. That's pretty odd.
Random as fuck. But
Really?
apparently Sega said it's a experiment. I don't know what the fuck that means. Probably-
Shenmue 3 for Wii U.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
Yeah, if Yu Suzuki gets the money he quote unquote says he needs from Sega.
Yeah.
That's like, you know what his relationship with Sega is? It's like the girl from Hey Arnold and Kakashka, give me the money. Like, just straight up. Like, it's just him just wanting money to make the
It's
game.
like, look, nigga, use the rest of the money you got to create like Ultra Hang On or something. I bet you people will buy that.
And
You guys
I don't
want
know.
Shenmue 3? Let's put Dead Souls over here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Dead Souls. That game was so... Ugh.
Well, I knew that there was gonna be a hit and miss as far as like Yakuza 5 goes because like the localization, the chief localization dude who brought us like 3, 4 and Dead Souls, he quit after Dead Souls, so
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, this isn't looking good, and he is pretty much like the only guy that actually would like probably get it localized.
Why did they even make that game?
Shit, like it came out in December in Japan, so
Zombie games in Japan aren't that big, aside from Resident Evil, that's it. So they wanted to make something else.
Exactly. Why did they fucking do it?
I don't know. Why did they bring it over here is my question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because
Waste
it's
of
like
time.
those-
it made
those
more
guys
sense
so
that they
many.
brought it over here than kept it in Japan, just because like motherfuckers are all about the zombie stuff like over here. So at the
I mean,
time, so I mean, they
it's
just
like we
figured
have
they
so
could
many though. That's my thing. I'm just saying, it's like we have so many. Like people are still playing freaking Left 4 Dead, Dead
And
Island.
Red Dead Redemption,
Yeah,
Zombie
Red-
Undead
Man.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, we're not. We played Western zombies. That's what Americans are sticking to, unless it's like European. Otherwise, it'd be the East to us, but to the West to them.
People still get Dead Rising every once in a while. Besides
Yes.
that, yeah.
Speaking of Dead Rising, since it's coming to the next gen console, we should get back on this PS4 discussion.
Oh, yeah. But what else exclusive?
I mean, we all thought Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15 was a exclusive, but that ended up just changing the next day. What about that sorcerer game, the one that looks like,
Sorcerer.
The Dark Sorcerer. I haven't actually seen the full trailer. I've only seen like the smaller one where it was just like the tech demo essentially.
I mean, that's literally just the whole trailer. There's no fucking gameplay to that. I mean,
Oh, really?
the thing was a graphic jerk fest. I personally don't care. It's just another Quantic Dream game. I mean, there's stuff
whatever.
like.
I thought it was funny.
But I don't know. I mean, the graphics look impressive, but I just don't give a shit anymore about what they make, dude. Like, I want to play a video game. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm just like, I want to play something. I can't just sit there and stare at a screen for a story to unfold and occasionally flick the right stick in different directions. I don't know. That's just me.
It's true though, yeah. I mean, like, there's nothing really that made me super excited about the game. I mean, like, even the storyline, it just kind of let me down when it turned into like a comedy thing. I was just like, well, okay, maybe it's good, but probably not.
I don't know. It's just, well, I don't even think that part was supposed to be the comedy. Like, the comedy thing was just like a joke, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how the actual game's probably going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
show off technology once again, just be a technological jerk fest. But I don't know, like it's like I said,
Killzone 4.
What?
Killzone 4 was also there.
Or Killzone Shadowfall, yeah.
Yeah, which looks, when I saw that, I'm like, this looks like Killzone. I saw the guy he stabs, I'm like, this is Killzone, Shadowfall. I'm like, I knew it.
I mean, it doesn't bad if you're in a Killzone. I mean, in fact, it's the most aesthetically pleasing Killzone game I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it just looked like more of the same shit. So like,
I mean, I saw the initial trailer way back when they announced PS4 without showing the console or whatever, and I was just like, this looks probably like the most generic sci-fi shooter I've ever seen in my life. And I liked the first Killzone. I really did like the first Killzone, but that one is just like the sounds, just like generic Transformers, whatever. Fucking like, just generic military banter. Just everything about it was.
So it's like Quantum Break.
Yeah. I don't know, just generic and tasteless.
I just love the first one. I was like, attack, advance.
Yeah. The first one's fun. It's great. I like that game.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I've never been into any of the sequels.
I only played the first two.
Literally, even Sony really didn't show any first-party stuff for the PS4 that much. Like, I mean, they're exclusives, but honestly, like, seeing how their DRM, I could see why, because it's like, why they showed off so much third-party games, because if you have no DRMs or less restrictions than your competitor and you're cheaper, I mean, those multi-plats look more appealing to me. I don't know. It does have an effect on it.
Yeah.
The impression I walked away from it. I'm like, yeah, I can buy this on Xbox One, but I basically have to pay extra to have the same experience.
Exactly. So, like, they said no DRM, $100 cheaper, better hardware, and it's home for indie developers.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just have no incentive to go to it, but
yeah.
I don't know. That aside, I mean, I feel like Sony had a pretty strong presentation. Obviously, Final Fantasy 14 is going to be on PS3 and PS4, apparently. Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 HD Remaster is going to be on PS3 and Vita. I'll definitely be that out because I love 10.
Yeah, that's really cool that it's coming out on Vita.
Yeah, apparently the Vita version runs different because you can download them separately. You have to get them separate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
How do you guys feel about the 30 exclusives that the system has for the first year, and how they're planning to release like over 100 games the first year for the PS4?
Really, 100 games, you say?
I mean, honestly, when I hear that, I think that's just fucking marketing jargon because, like, not all those games are going to be fucking good, dude.
It's going to be a lot of, network stuff, a lot of, remakes.
Maybe a lot of indie games and stuff.
It's like going to hearing that is like walking into the dollar store and looking at the PC games and it says buy 10,000 games for $5. It's just like, there's no way in hell any of those are any good.
Exactly. Because I mean, think about it this way: how many games do you buy on average a year now on your PS3?
Shit, like
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And it's like, and they release like literally hundreds of fucking games a year.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, put it into perspective. I'm only buying like maybe, if that, like maybe like 5 games a year, 6 games. Yeah. Unless it's a good year, then I'll like hit like the double digits. But
what'd you guys think of that commercial?
But I think that pretty much covers everything, though. What do you guys? So you guys have any final words as far as like?
Yes, I do. One final word. That Sony commercial was hysterical.
Oh yeah, that epic troll.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
God, dude, it was just like, how to play used games for the friend or whatever, and it's just like step 1, here you go, thanks.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, that was the easiest commercial I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it wasn't even steps. It was just what you do.
It's like common sense, what you've always done.
Yeah, it's like there's no steps involved. It's just a simple transaction. No receipts, nothing. That's it. It's like Mitch Hedberg said, I don't need a receipt to pay for one donut. You give me the donut, I give you the money. End of transaction. You don't have to go any further than this.
But overall presentation from Sony, I was really impressed that, they answered all of our questions. They didn't freaking beat around the bush like assholes, like a certain company. And, the overall, the games that were there, yes, cool. Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced under them, whatever. They really more won the show with saying they can play used games, no DRM, blah, 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 blah. So overall show from them, like an 8.59.
I'd go ahead and say that because it started out really well. They also showed a bunch of cool features that they're adding to the console and everything. Where it's just if you, even though Xbox you can watch TV, which is lame anyways, it's like you can watch all of these other things on PS4 or whatever, and it's like you have a bunch of other options and everything. And the console doesn't look like shit. They didn't show the user interface, which is kind of disappointing. I will say that. So I might subtract like a half a point to a point for that, just because I was really kind of waiting to see the UI.
Well, I have to give them probably like a 7, to be honest. Yes, it's lower than Microsoft's presentation, solely for the fact that they had to fall back on a lot of the stronger looking third-party games instead of their first-party content.
Yeah.
And then I also felt like I don't know, I was kind of turned off to the idea that PSN is now charged for to play multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest, I actually was surprised that didn't happen in the PS3 generation, honestly. I was so surprised it didn't happen.
Shit, for a second I thought we had Adam Sessler in here, dude. Just because he does this stutter too. He goes, he did that. No, he had an epic one during the Killzone fucking presentation. He was like, I was like, damn, Adam, get him. He got so hyped, dude. But no,
snap out of it.
Yeah, dude. But ultimately, I'd give him like a 7. 7's not bad, but like honestly, I would have liked to see stronger first-party games from them. I would have liked, at least like the games that are going to be multi-platform, it seems like they're focusing on actually having fucking exclusive content. Just like they're doing this gen, like how BioShock Infinite had like the entire BioShock 1 game with it. That's what I'm talking about. Or like Assassin's Creed 2, even though I don't fucking like the game, I know there's like an exclusive mission you can only get on the PS3 version.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
So, on that note, I feel like they overall gave a strong presentation. I would have liked to seen a bit more stronger exclusives, but, they did good, and honestly, their big saving grace was just literally giving us a way out, man, as far as gaming goes. Like, giving us a way to go into next gen and not feel alienated by all these policies and all this shit.
Yeah. I give Microsoft not Microsoft, Sony. I give Sony a 9 on presentation. The console, I give it an 8 because it's not bad. Reminds me of the Slim. Yeah.
But I think the one thing, everyone is cheering for Sony and everything because they're doing better than Microsoft. But honestly, some of the things they're doing isn't so great either. Of course, the paying online thing and everything, it's a standard we've had since PlayStation 2. So changing that is a big thing,
Yeah.
It's the lesser of two evils situation. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. It depends what I get for paying for that service. If I'm only getting the multiplayer experience and I'm not getting access to things like their game streaming and stuff, I am going to be kind of mad.
They already said that, PS Plus, you get, demos before everybody else. You get discounts off the store, the free games like you did on the PS3, early access to betas and stuff like that, and the online play and stuff like that. So, all those extra things is there. At least you don't need to use it to watch Netflix, unlike, Microsoft.
Yeah. But, that's another good thing. It could be worse. They could have separated online multiplayer fee and PS Plus. It's good that they put them together. Because not only do you get online features, you get free fucking games every day, you get early demos, you get hour-long trials, you get exclusive betas, all this shit.
Cloud saving and stuff. But, that's another thing, too, that I wanted to mention about, the whole having to pay for a PSN. Regardless, it's still going to be, fucking... It basically makes up for the cost in the first fucking month, because if you honestly look at the games they give out, dude, it's fucking
ridiculous.
And then
Yeah.
on top of that, you have to keep in mind now PSN Plus is going to go across 3 different platforms. So you're not just getting free games on one system or 2 systems. You're getting it
Yeah.
on 3 fucking different systems,
Exactly, because like,
So, like,
Yeah.
you're getting a
It's
lot
still
of content
cheaper than gold. It's still cheaper than gold.
by
Yeah.
$10. Yeah.
and you get
ridiculous.
free shit. Because like right now, Sleeping
A
Dogs
lot
is
of
free.
free shit.
Dark Souls 1 was free at one point. The sequel to 999 is free right now if you
Yeah,
have
Virtue's
PSN
Last
Plus.
Reward.
Actually,
Yeah.
Dark Souls wasn't free. It's Demon
It was
Souls.
Demon Souls, yeah.
Oh, Demon Souls is free. All right, I'm a liar
Yeah,
then.
Sleeping
sorry.
Dogs, Just Cause 2, Saints Row 2, all
Infamous.
the
Fighter
3
4.
original Resident Evil games.
Yeah, they had Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition one
Yep.
month. They had King of Fighters 13 another month. This
Yep.
month they have fucking Blaze Blue Extend. Even if I don't fucking like the game, that's still something. Basically, they
Yeah.
had the most recent iterations of every major fighting game released so far, pretty much.
For free.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a big deal. I mean, they're recent games that you're getting for free. Whereas, like, when
Yeah,
we look at the
exactly.
Xbox
DLA
360,
5.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you go over to Microsoft and it's like, well, dude, you know, it's like, and this is not even something that we're going to do forever. It's only up through the Xbox One release. But I mean, like, you get Assassin's Creed 2 and Halo 3. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, 2 games that you probably already would have fucking played.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
anybody
$5
who wants-
off this DLC pack. Who fucking cares?
anybody who would be playing that already has played that. And if you haven't played it, you're going to have a terrible experience playing Halo 3. I'm sorry. Nobody plays the game anymore. You know, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, man.
Well, gentlemen,
It's the end of our podcast at it right now. So, I guess once again, thank you, Lee, Henry, and fucking the Fury for joining us once again. And of course, my co-host Hitashura.
mm-hmm.
It's always fun.
Yep. Thanks for coming on, guys, and we'll see you guys next
Happy-
episode.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Alrighty, later
See ya.
on.
Later.